All right, now that we'll hydrate, let's go ahead and start. Wow. Oh, I like how it flashes my background for 1 second. Just jump scare, why not? Hello, everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How are all you nerds doing today? Down a little bit. And there we go. Let me say hello to everybody. Let me say hello. Hello, nobody. Hello, Dulgassa. Hello, Greelson. And hello, Ars. Congratulations on your first. Welcome, 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 everyone. Hopefully everyone's having themselves a good Wednesday. I know I be doing good, my dudes. Check it out. So, hello, Chieftain. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I said I'd do it, and I did it. So these are this is Giblet, and this is Ronald from yesterday's Goblin with a Fat Ass one shot. They're very real. I made them real. They're real. And then also you're gonna not be surprised at all because I have a bunch of motherfucking Terminators. Because as one does, there do be Terminators. And hello, May, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing as well? How you doing as well? Holy shit, you got 91 daily elf punches. Even after like the computer explosion, which I guess at that point this part feels like pretty distant in a way. It's like a good distant where it's like, man, that was a spicy month, and now things are not so spicy. And I'm okay with that. I'm okay with moderate spice. Just a wee bit of spice. So I think before we go getting to the power couple of the hour, I want to do a little bit of applying some delicious, delicious bronze. The bestest paint ever, Warpog runs, you pale elf. Yeah. I don't think anyone had any I think I'm pretty open about being hella pale, unironically. I'm pale at all points, which is fine. Like it's good. You know, my old number lost at times. It do be like that. That's why you gotta treasure the moments of now. Oh well. There we go. Yes, let's make this extra strange. So yeah, let's go ahead and just because, like, luckily, like, this paint does not need to go on with any real precision. I don't think the problem is I don't think an airbrush, can really do this paint without getting significantly clogged because it's got, like, a lot of little bits in it. But you are doing you're definitely climbing back up, you're definitely climbing back up. But, yeah, it's actually been kinda fun because 'cause I've been looking at, I had a lot of fun doing, like, the setup stuff yesterday for the Goblins with Fat Asses streams, so I was like, "Yeah, I might set up some more fun bot stuff as well." I think there's I feel like I've not mentioned it before, but there's a VTuber named Shindigs, and he's kind of gone like I think he's like one of those like streamers slash VTubers that really likes doing the I am going to fuck around with the aspects of streaming, like I'm gonna do fun stream setups and whatnot. And it's like I've been looking at his shit. I'm like, oh, it's been a while since I played around with a bunch of stuff, which is kind of what led to the goblin nonsense from yesterday with like the little slidey panels and whatnot. I was like, oh, this could be cool. This seems like fun. I was like, "Hello, Bonnie. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome." I will get that delicious drink in my system in a brief second. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Let's see. Let me put this boy aside and I'm gonna get a drink. I was like, "Oh, big. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome." Let me stretch too. Ah, ah. There we go. And hello, Shadow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, Twitch is. I mean, I will say, all things considered, I do think Twitch is getting better at doing a lot of things, which is kind of neat. The first live play Goblins with a Fat Ass. I mean, I don't have that knowledge for certain that I am the first person to stream Goblins with a Fat Ass. Realistically, if I'm smart, and somebody remind me to be smart, that tomorrow, before and after the movie night, I want to try getting that motherfucker like not like super fancy as far as editing goes, but I think like anytime I'm like ruffling around through the rules or I'm like doing setup, I think I could just like yank that out, which is also why I've begun streaming with the audio track removed. So that ways if I want to like rip that out for later usage, I totally can, which is good. But it feels good. I'm a fucking trailblazer in tabletop. I actually do really like the system of goblins with a fat ass. And I would like to, what's it called? I wouldn't mind running it again either for chat or for tubers or whatever. It's always odd because like I always kind of think of the back and forth because I know a lot of people kind of go to streamings for like the kind of like the chillness or like the back and forth conversation, and then sometimes I lock them the fuck in. I'm like, we're role playing game, motherfucker, and I think it was like, oh god, oh no, Goblin's hair better be black. I can do that. I can make that happen. And enjoy your lurk, chieftain, as well. This sounds like a great system. It is a great system. It's only good if they're male goblins. I mean, you could do it. Technically, I don't think anyone specific. I don't know if there's actually specific things that are just like this goblin has to be male or female. I was mostly operating by my own personal preference. How you doing, Cobalt Rats? By the way, how you doing? But it was a neat game. It was a neat game. So I've been trying to also been thinking about maybe some like other stuff to kind of do like more tabletop RPG things with chat and just kind of find like a good mix of like letting you guys chill, but also making big decisions, stuff like that. One thing I've actually been thinking about doing, yeah, I'm gonna hit probably all these Terminators with one layer of Warplock Bronze before we start on the main two. Mostly just because this is just like a big sloppy glob of paint, and there's no real depth to any of this. It's just applying my probably like my favorite metal at this point. But see, something I was thinking about doing actually is so because I don't do a lot of in-person tabletop games, I've not really done anything with dungeon tiles really before. Stardust, how you doing? Fuck yeah, thank you for the 18 months. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Second sub baby, my god, 2 babies. 400 babies. There we go. Amy was just activated. What? It's okay. Amy is a Yowie bloodhound. So like, it doesn't matter what you say. She'll sniff it out. So don't live your life according to the whims of the Fujo, because she's already living her life, and you cannot stop her. And fuck you, or kick her in the face with your energy legs. Like, that's like another one of those things where it's like it's like at this point it's like I don't think like I still actually will think Power Thirst holds up. I think Power Thirst holds up mostly because I don't think like energy drinks have really changed that much. Like maybe they're less like raw gamer R, but they're like it's enough of that DNA is still there that like you could I showed somebody Power Thirst, I think like not that long ago. Every now and then, like I have a couple, and this is also something that boggles my mind, but I realize it's just because, like, you know, the infinite world on there. And there's different experiences. It's just like knowing people that are like roughly my age who have no idea anything about like Power Thirst. I'm gonna be real. I've had that guacamole gamer fart flavor. It's really good. It's actually really good. It's a fucking strawberry kiwi. Also, I have not signed anything yet, but that might be relevant to something in the future as well, which is nice. I have not seen Bottled Sea though. Let me Google that for later. Let me do that. I did. That does remind me of that does remind me a lot of like I might have mentioned this before. So there was actually a while where I was trying to, yeah, exactly. Amy, like I said, Amy is a force of nature, a tidal wave, a Yowie hurricane. You can't stop her. It's fine. Just let her pass on through. Make sure to like stock up on water beforehand. But anyway, where I was actually meaning to go with this like stupid non sequitur tangent. Also, did I get the fist on this guy? Is like there was actually a period of like before I got into VTubing, like I don't know if this was like 2019, 2018. There was a while because like I used to play games in person back in college, and then my college group split, and like we're still play, but it's entirely online. But I was like, you know what? I haven't played an in-person game, and I don't remember how I found out about this game, but it was like some guy who was like, I used to play tabletop RPGs back like Lake Geneva era tabletop RPGs, like the cradle of like where that shit was going down. And he was like, I want like this is actually something that I find really funny in the grand scheme of things. I think there's always kind of like the conception, and I am not even going to argue whether it's a true conception or not. The idea that that Critical Role and whatnot is definitely like flooding the hobby with like Zoomers are coming in. This was really funny because it was basically like a guy who was like, "Hey, I used to play ages ago, but I ended up watching Critical Role and it made me miss playing games." So, he went to his what's it called? He basically brought back his homebrew setting from like the fucking bygone Graybeard era and was running it out of like a little rec center in this little place that wasn't too far from me. And I was like, yeah, okay. And it was Labyrinth Lord, which I was like, I don't think I'll ever get to play an OSR game in person. And the reason why I'm bringing this up, this sounds like a tangent, but something that he was really obsessed with, he's like, and like this is one of those things where it's like he was so disconnected from what was going on in the hobby that he had this idea that to him was really brilliant. And it's not a bad idea, but it's like way, way too late. He's like, all right, so what I've done, I have made these MDF hex crawl tiles. And I'm like, oh, okay. It's like, so what you can do though is that the tiles, if you put them in different configurations, you could have like infinite dungeon capabilities. Like you could mix and match them. Like you could put like this little hexagon tile here and this little hexagon tile here, and it's like totally different. And I I did not have the heart to tell him that dungeon tiles have been like an institution for at that point well over 20 years. Like I'm pretty sure those existed in some degree, like even back in like second edition D&D. I know third edition was all about that shit. Third edition wanted to sell you as much fucking like cheapo cardboard swag as humanly possible. Triangular my position. Yes, the term rec center will Google, give me the address of every rec center, please. Every rec center. Yeah, it was kind of because like it was like him and his friend that were very much like the like I he wasn't super groggy like the whole like I rolled dice up both ways in the blizzard. He definitely if I say that the man looked like a college music teacher, do you guys kind of get what I mean? Like just imagine your head like when I say college music teacher, imagine that. Stop. You don't have to think any further. You're correct. You did it. Would you want to ask me for details? No need. You're there. It is the easiest. It is definitely that. It's definitely whatever you're imagining. It is kind of like that. It was kind of like the caveman coming out. It's like if you it's like the thing about like some guy getting defrosted and he's like, whoa, shit. Okay, I've been. Oh, well, now that I'm awake from this coma, not defrost, coma. I better go back to my family. Do they still live on such and such address? And be like, my dude, you've been in a coma for 20 years. Laughing Fox, you've been in a coma for 20 years. The accident wasn't your fault, but I need you to wake up. No, you're fine. We're talking about how like a while ago I played tabletop RPGs with this kind of like super graybeard. Sold them as oh god, the worst. The worst. I'm the thing that I'm upset about that the most, and I know it's because you're bringing up. I'm pretty sure you're specifically referencing Gamma World 7th edition, which I actually really, really like. I really, really like Gamma World 7th edition. It's a very good system. It's like a weird. It's when I say it's like a weird distillation of a lot of good aspects of 4th edition. Where it had like nice, clean tactical combat, a bunch of very fun class. It did the thing that a lot of Japanese RPGs do, where you take multiple like quote unquote classes and you like take two of them and you build out your character that way. But instead of classes, it's like you're a Yeti, you're a swarm. And by swarm, I mean like you're supposed to fluff it however you want later because the general idea it's the post-apocalypse, but basically every alternate universe got mashed into one. So that's why shit's all fucking bananas. So it's like let's say you get Yeti and Swarm. Are you a swarm of just like little like and Yeti is kind of shorthand for anything that's kind of like furry and strong. Are you a bunch of mice that have grown together to form a sapient colony? Are you a bunch of discarded Furby bits that can like reconstitute themselves as a giant Furby that will punch someone in the fucking throat? You got options. You got options for that. Or let's say You could do like little like fucking like discarded Happy Meal toys that have decided to band together for their own survival. There's a lot you can do with Gamma World, and that's just two classes. Like there's also like there's no default humans either, but there's like different flavors of psychic. There is a lot of cool stuff. How's that look? Wait, welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, yeah, exactly. You could have tiny shrunken gorillas as a, and I know that sounds like kind of like lol so random, and that's kind of the point. Like Gamma World's also there's also a very, very, very fine line for comedy RPGs. What's up, Officer at? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? If he had shell shock, I don't actually know if a Space Marine could have shell shock because of the hypno indoctrination as part of the Space Marine conversion process. So, if anything, I think due to the training and the inherent mind fuckery of the Imperium, I actually don't know if it's possible for a Space Marine to know the horrors of war, and instead might choose to further venerate the God Emperor of mankind. I put that voice on for a reason, and mostly as a joke. I don't know. How you doing, Officer Hat? I don't know if you're setting up for a bit or not. I'm sorry that I counter bitted you. I'm sorry that I intercepted your question and or bit to put on a nerd voice because that's fun for me specifically. Oh yeah, yeah. There's it's you can't. Yeah, that's true. You can't get the human form if you're very specific. Like you do have to roll on godly good, which is very funny. And it's not like humans are better. It's just that they want humans to be like, what the fuck are you? I don't know, just like a guy. A guy with a suit of armor that turns him into a swarm of smaller guys. Like you could do shit like that. You would do shit like that. You could also the way the weapons worked is that instead of having like I have a Gwist arm and a how much damage does a gladius do? You have big weapon and small weapon. You got big range and small range. Armor, medium, you have big heavy armor and light armor. That's it. That's all you really need. Exactly. Yeah, it was fun. I've ran it on stream once. I'm a little sad. I'm a little sad. That session was a lot of fun, honestly. No, I enjoyed it greatly. It was actually a Christmas session where the boss was a unfrozen Mariah Carey, Mecha Mariah Carey. So I kept that Christmas tradition going strong. So that was great. But like it was the thing that's a bummer about it is like there's a VTuber that was part of that. Was gonna be part of that collab. Hello, Aslan. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? I'm painting some Minotaurs, but also they're not the main part of this. Why don't I do that more? I mean, I do. I mean, like tabletop. I've been trying to do more tabletop game stuff. Well, I want to now. I've been definitely not doing as much as I previously did this year. That's one of the reasons I did Goblin with a huge fat ass. I can't want to say huge ass, but I guess fat and huge are synonymous for ass size. I guess. No, that's not true. Fat ass kind of implies some blubber. You can have like a huge tight ass, I guess. Anyway. But one of the players legitimately right before the session, and it wasn't like I've had players before like just couldn't make the session last minute. Her power went out. Her power went out like 15 minutes before the session, and she could not reconnect it. And I was like, man, that fucking blows. That blows so hard. I'm so sorry you got cucked out of this. And and then she has since graduated and I think reincarnated maybe. But I didn't usually if a VTuber I know reincarnates, I don't know the correct protocol for that a lot of times. So usually just kind of like I usually just kind of just like kind of watch from the outside and then just be like, oh, I'm glad you're having fun. I'm glad you're doing stuff. Oh yeah, Krieg, little funny gas mask dudes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, no, I want to do more tabletop stuff. I feel like as a by tabletop I mean specifically RPG. I feel like I already do a lot of many stuff, and that's been pretty fun. I don't know how like the last kind of part of the triangle of of tabletop nonsense is fucking card games, and I don't have any real good way to do anything card game related on the stream, and I've tried and I don't think I just have a taste for it. So I'm gonna probably keep that like that's if I could get 2 out of 3 and that's fine. Especially because usually whenever I bring up cards, I'm also like, I fucking hate what they're doing with them, Jesus Christ. It just like that's the one subject that turns me into like I'm usually not like, oh, things were better back in the day mode, but that gets me going. I usually almonds begin to activate when that happens. But yeah, no, Gamma World's a very, very good system. It's a very fun system. But yeah, it was unfortunately Wizards of the Coast and their infinite wisdom were like, you know what? This very fun player setting needs. We need to put I like so basically during the game too, as well as your normal stuff, is you would have an alpha like mutation deck. And they would basically you would have like unique mutant powers, and that those would change randomly during the game just because reality's unstable. So like there might be a big like alpha flux, and then all your powers get shuffled around, and that sounds like fun, right? You're like, oh, you might have laser vision one day, and then you might have super strength. You're like, oh, that's cool, that's neat. Problem is, those were sold in booster packs. And I don't mean like a fucking like living card game sort of dealio where it's like, oh, I'll just buy the expansion pack and then we just have more powers. That's not ideal, but I can kind of understand. Like I can mentally just be like, yeah, no, that's fine. No, those were sold in randomized booster packs, so it's like, would you like to add heat vision to your games? Well, fuck you, buddy. You're gonna have to fucking either buy that card on the secondary market, or you're just going to have to open enough booster packs. And it's not like Magic where it's like these are going to be a deck that you use at all times. It was just like this is something that could come up in your game, so just go for it. And it's like, man, that was dumb. That was dumb. Exactly, legitimately, like doubling up on powers really doesn't have a huge benefit? I don't know. I cannot remember off the top of my head if you can have duplicates in your deck. So the fun thing about the fact that the game is dead as all hell. Like, because it's based on 4th edition, and they would never let a 4th edition thing live in the age of like now. It's like D&D 1 is going to be a thing, so that's interesting. But uh, people online have basically put that in a gigantic like online Excel doc where it's like you can just roll like a 1d38 or a 68 or whatever. There's a lot of them, by the way. You can just roll like a 1d68 and then you'll get it. Like you could just roll randomly powers and you don't need anything. I don't know. It depends. Like certain editions of D&D have a while going. The thing that I am curious about, which is also why I believe that they're trying to like make this effectively like 5.5 and they don't want to like fuck around too much. I'm going to pull out the pirate boy while we're talking about this. I Oh yeah, no. I think because like that's the funny thing is a lot of people are like these classes are broken and they're like, "Okay, we fixed it." They're like, "No." Anyway, that's a road I've been down before. But where's I going with this? What's up, Bonnie? How you doing? Welcome. We're talking tabletop games as usual. I kind of wonder legitimately if because a lot of their audience has swelled to new players, I wonder if Wizard of the Coast is putting off the inevitable like edition change. Cuz like I don't know how the current crop of players will handle an edition change. And like, also, how you doing, son? Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? It's like when you play if you D&D specifically, but sometimes other RPGs get this too. It's not necessarily a unique thing, but D&D is probably the one that's like the most flagship example of like every now and then they change editions. So, and it usually doesn't go over very well. I think Pathfinder 2E has managed to like do a pretty smooth edition change. Um, but a little fake. Mostly, I was just trying to like kind of test the consistency of this paint because I'm just gonna like start with the foot and work my way up. Um, but anyway, I went like I think they knew deep down that they could not do their usual trick of like selling a bunch of people the same book over again. Not like effectively the same similar style of book, like a whole new player handbook, a whole new like those kind of things, new adventure stuff like that. Like I don't they don't I probably assumed that they couldn't do that a second time. And hello Vicky, how you doing? Welcome. I'm painting drawing. I guess I am technically drawing. I wish I could freehand better. Yeah, I'll say 4th edition had a very good player builder. I think 4th, like, usually games that have, like, a very in-depth player builder are kind of, like, clunky, unwieldy messes. I generally didn't have a huge issue doing anything in 4th edition. Now, like, Exalted, I needed the character builder for Exalted. Jesus Christ. How you doing, Nitro? Welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Which was Exalted's, like, right up there with Shadowrun, where it's like, I wish the system was less of a clusterfuck, because I like the idea quite a bit. Yeah, I was like, my glove, so I don't know if this might be weird on my part, but, like, I was, because, like, I don't know, I feel I don't like to, like, waste as much as possible, and I don't might this might be my upbringing, so, like, I kinda reuse gloves a couple of times because it's like, after they're not broke, and, like, I wash my hands and everything, so it's like, I'll keep them around for a bit just because 'cause they're just gonna collect paint, but I was like, the old ones was good, meh. I'm like, "Okay, I'm probably due for a for a new fresh glove," you know? Oh, that's true, the Dragon magazine feeds, goddamn. So I never I did not read any Dragon magazine in the 4th edition era. Were they relatively, like, how were the feats in that? Because I remember Dragon magazine in 3.5. I love that fucking magazine, but it was an unbalanced mess. Nobody playtested anything in that motherfucker. Nobody playtested anything in that motherfucker. My character 400 years before one shots. You're like deep planning shit tonight. Hell yeah, hell yeah. All right, what you guys think? This is Ronald the pirate from yesterday. I did brown boots because I feel like that's a pretty safe bet. So I don't know. I'm trying to think of, like, he's like effectively rich, like rich pirate. So maybe where's my I use this color as much. It used to be one of my favorites. Incubi Darkness, and I still really like it. It was a cool magazine. It was a cool magazine. I think also too, as much as I like my tabletop stuff to be okay, so I guess at that point that's when it was kind of done in house by Wizard anyway. That might have made that a little bit more balanced. Um, and this actually thinks of something. I so in the process of finding Goblin with a fat ass, I've actually kind of like now realized the Twitter of Tom Bloom, the Lancer dude. Um, and when it comes to that, it's like now I can see just like his Twitter posts, and so far he hasn't done the thing where it's like every now and then if I follow someone on Twitter and then they just like they seem fine and then they'll post like the most insufferable nonsense. I'm like, oh, I've made a mistake. That hasn't happened yet. It could, I don't know. But one thing he was talking about is like the concept of like tabletop games getting play tested, or like people doing reviews of tabletop RPGs without having actually like really gotten to play the game. And there's also like another kind of like reply to that where it's like the logistics of doing tabletop RPG reviews is really difficult because effectively, let's say there was a let's say there's a new role playing game and you wanted somebody to review it. How much would you want them to play of that game before you could trust their opinion? Would you be okay if they just read the book? Would you be cool if they did like a one shot? You were talking 3 sessions minimum, a whole like maybe let's say roughly 10 session campaign from beginning to end. What's the cutoff point for like you would trust what they're saying about a role playing game? And and the reason I'm kind of bringing this up in the context of like old Dragon magazine is because like you have a month at the time it was a monthly magazine. I cannot imagine what the turnaround period from like idea to like there's probably some play testing, but probably not a huge amount. So it's like how do you keep a monthly content flow going at a magazine during the height of D&D 3.5 while also just like being because like Paizo like was small. Like even though Wizard of Coast is pretty big, I don't know if Paizo was necessarily like a fucking behemoth at that time. This character is exaggerated. Oh god, I fuck yeah. Okay. That sounds like fun, Nitro. Also, Eberron is very cool. I like Eberron as a setting, but I've never gotten to run or play in it, so I just read the books every now and then and just think of like, maybe someday Eberron real. But yeah, I don't know. I think about I think it's one of those things. There's not like a right or a wrong answer. I just think it's kind of like an interesting question to think over. All right. Also, thank you for the hydrating stretch. And hello, Lemon. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Big, big. I didn't put my apron on, anyways. There we go. There we go. I'm gonna take a seat. Yeah, yeah. I don't know. I think about stuff like that every now and then. Weirdly enough, I don't know. It's kind of like it's like a one of those like rotation of like questions in my head about like the whole like what does it mean to be like truly experienced in a table in like tabletop RPGs and stuff like that. Like it's a fun question. It's a fun question. Also, I might have given him probably like fantasy blue jeans. I mean, I still think this turquoise blue is a good color, and I think it will just need like an additional layer to kind of get there. Also, once again, it's kind of nice. I've been neck deep into GW Woods for a while, so having a mini that's just like, oh, what's he? You know, just like a pirate. What's he got going on? You know, like pants. He's got like pants and like a couple of buckles and whatnot. You know, like a normal pirate setup. Does he have 8 billion jinglies? Nah, he's got like a pistol. He's got a pistol. Cool. Hell yeah. Cold damage spam. Yes, I remember. So I never got into fourth edition character op stuff. Unfortunately, uh, I do remember that. Like, I think by last time I was paying attention, it was like the full Radiant party. That was kind of like and like when I say meta, I don't even mean like it was like a 3.5 build where it was like this character will break the entire game. Your DM will hate you. Um, it was kind of like, hey, if you want to be a well-oiled murder machine, have everybody in your party spec for radiant damage, and then you will just fucking disco light show your way through every single encounter you ever face. Which I thought that was always kind of one of the neat parts about like fourth edition in particular. Yeah, that was kind of what I knew. I wouldn't be surprised if eventually there was like, cause that is just something that kind of happens. We're like, oh yeah, later on there was a feat or something that was released that just fucking like opened up a lot of shit, and from there people were like, oh yes, we're gonna go wild now. This one feat breaks the game, and I think it's kind of been like that over the years. Not counting feats like leadership and 3.5, which is dumb. There was a campaign I did let leadership be used for the players. So for context for people who are not from like a 3.5 D&D background, it's gonna be like the nerdiest fucking shit, but hear me out. There was a feat called leadership, and leadership just gave you a second character. The second character was like 2 levels higher than your first, minus some penalties. They could never be higher than that. They could be lower, but your other character could not be higher. And in addition to that, you got like a bunch of level 1 Chumpo followers. And only reason is I allowed that is because I during the campaign, this is the one that was like hitting level 20, which I don't think I'll ever do again because that was just kind of a headache. Um I was like, all right, you guys can all take this feat, and then that way is when the party splits up, because the party would split up to go to like different places in the world. Nobody would be without a thing. Be familiar with it. Yeah, but that's like not. I'm not trying to be pedantic, but what would you constitute as familiar then? Like I like familiar enough. Also, hello, her 0411. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I have no idea what you just typed, but hello, friend. How you doing? I'm painting some. This is a pirate. I also got some Terminators and whatnot. So how you doing? How you doing? Oh, also, I haven't got to show them off yet. Hold on. Let me grab the lad. Oh, I never showed you guys the dungeon tiles I printed out either. Fuck, I'll do that at some point. So, this is the Dreadnought post. Let me zoom out a little bit. There we go. This is the Dreadnought post oil wash. It definitely toned down the gold so it's more bronze as fuck, which is what I want for the Minotaurs. I think I might clean up some spots, but like I need to rim the base. I need to kind of clean up some little metal bits, maybe kind of do a little bit more highlighting on some of the little like ringlets. Also, but also this is something I got. I got some laser effects that I can like shove into the auto cannon and he'll do pew pew laser fire, which is going to be nice. I might paint the lasers tonight, but I don't know if I'm gonna. Nobody, please. All right, we definitely need a palette cleanser. All right, check this out. I got these. These are from Bestiarum. They're from their prison break setup, which is kind of nice. I don't know. I like printing something, but I don't really need more like minis to print because I'm pretty situated. But well, I've been printing out these little dungeon tiles because I want to use them for stuff. Also, I will say Bestiarm also has this guy who is like from like a whole grove of people that grow weird like flesh fruits that are just fuck them up real good. Um, and I, the funny thing is like I feel like if I put him like this and just kind of like set him on the background, he almost reads kind of like a funger. Like encounter. Like if I was to put enough dungeon tiles and then put like a party of like 3 dudes, surrounding things. I'm just gonna talk about RimWorld. Oh, you're right. The game everyone loves. I do like RimWorld. I actually had a lot of fun, but oh god, has it been 2 years since I last played it? Jesus Christ. Once again, I feel oh my various mimic jellies continue to feel curse of age. Oh yeah, I didn't. The thing is, I didn't have ideologies installed, so I didn't get to play totally rad cannibal people. No, they were all like, "Oh, I don't like being made into a couch." I didn't do any of that though. I did escape. I did like a kind of very basic. I'm just gonna keep trying my best to launch somebody into space. We had one of the original 3 colonists live though. They were one of the ones who went into space, which I thought was pretty nice. I was like, "Fuck yeah, let's go." All right, so you got that going on. Let's go. Let's move over to the Goblin Lady. I feel like I just need to get some. There we go. Green. Specifically, German camo bright green from Vallejo model color. I have had this one for a while. No. Oh, there we go. But yeah, no, Rimmer was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun, but that's also one of those games. I think I played it for 3 months straight. Perhaps against humanity, it can. I also apparently found out that in Fallout 3, you can also do a cannibal run in that one too, which is neat because I kind of assumed that was just like a New Vegas thing for some reason. I don't know why. And like I've always kind of been told that I've never actually played. No, that's not true. I rented Fallout 3 a little bit, like a tiny, tiny, tiny little bit. It's next. Oh, that's a bummer because like I got spoiled for choice in the New Vegas Cannibal Run. It was like, oh, I get cool dialogue options. I get sweet perks for it. It kind of technically shaped the whole thing. So it's kind of lame that apparently was a new thing. I don't care about karma necessarily, but like, okay, this one's might gonna be like a little trickier to focus. Let's get a 10 HP meal per corpse. I mean, that's okay. So yeah, so that part is a lot like New Vegas, but I guess there's no like meal of champions perk or anything like that. Okay. I don't know if it's going to be coming up next. So here's another thing that I totally forgot about. So, um I I'm like, okay, next like soon Rogue Trader is going to release. And I was like, oh yeah, I might stream that. But then I also forgot something kind of important. Um, I've never played an Owlcat game, so I forgot about this. But apparently, they're buggy as all hell on release. So, what's up, doggy? How you doing? Yeah, little goblin. I ran goblins goblin with a fat ass yesterday, so I'm painting up one of the characters from that. How you doing? There we go. Telling Chris is an accurate view of Fallout 3. Yeah, that's the general mindset I've kind of seen. And like I've had a lot of fun with New Vegas. I've had a lot of fun with New Vegas. How you doing? How you doing, Nagi? How you? We're talking about how apparently cannibalism is lame in Fallout 3 and that it's still an alright game. That's from what I'm hearing. I just never had like a huge where's her tits? There we go. This is the problem is that because of her size, my focus is going to be a little whack, so I have to keep her like in a very narrow range, which means I can't really look. I guess if I kind of like get a little bit more in there. Pretty alright, hell yeah. I mean, alright's like there's some days that I'm down for shooting for alright. All right's not the worst state to be in. I also do realize that how much in my life I just go about saying hell yeah as just like a default response. I usually still mean it though, but it do be like that. Out the through new bit. So that's not what I hear because apparently there's like a lot of cool like nuclear kind of like places and like different like various buildings. I like New Vegas. A lot of it's desert, which I mean, yeah, that's why you play it. It's the desert game in the desert featuring the desert. But I could see wanting some more variety and like stuff like that. I could definitely see that. Oh yeah, but sorry, I was going back to the Owlcat. So I was like, oh god. So on one hand, it would be kind of fun to play it on release, but I've also heard from reviews that some people have gotten bugs that have set them back 18 hours. And I'm like, oh no. Oh, that not good. I don't I don't know if I have the mental fortitude to do that, you know? I don't know if I have the mental fortitude to potentially stream a game for a long time and then just get soft locked by a bug like that bad. I'm like, oh god. So I don't know. I don't know what's gonna go down next week. So maybe I'll play it. Maybe I'll play Deus Ex was also kind of on the list I would like to try because I think that game is like conspiracy brain in a way that I would find very intriguing. And also you can have a head gun. So like I like both those things. Yeah, but like people have gotten review copies already. So like I've not like usually for those that kind of thing where it's like I when they're like, "Oh, it's like I don't like this game. Warhammer, why is everybody shooting?" Like that kind of Warhammer review, I would be like, "Yeah, no, I'm a little worried about that." But they're like, "Yeah, no, our game is actively breaking. Like it's freezing and like enemies aren't like their AI is not working. Like they're not acting during combat." Like, "Oh, that's not good. That is not good." I don't know. Maybe I'll still chance it anyway, but if I get a soft lock, I might just pivot to, a very stable game from like 2001. I don't know how old Deus Ex is. Can't be, I was about to say can't be that old, but probably is. You're a soft lock master. Have you, I don't think I've ever gotten really badly soft locked in a game. Like at that point, like once you're in deep, do you just decide to do it later and then come back? Or you're like, nope, game's done. All right, moving to the next game. Is that kind of like a quit state, I guess? Hello, Ren. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? This is the biggest line of gamers slop up. Yeah, no, I that because like from what I understand, a lot of those fixes don't come around until the definitive edition, which is not ideal. Oh yeah, so I'm painting a couple of things tonight. I'll go ahead and let me get a little bit of green on the ears. This is a model from Twin Goddess Miniature. Got a little bit on the hair. That's fine. That's fine. I usually do. This is from Twin Goddess Miniatures. This is the technically she's like an evil sorceress, but I used her for a bard for yesterday's goblin with a fat ass. I'm doing her. I'm doing a pirate, which during the course of that game the party seduced, and I'm doing a bunch of minotaurs. A bunch of minotaurs, fucking Terminators. So yeah, there we go. It's a fun mix, goblin, pirate, Terminators. Oh yeah. Well, at least there is a mod because like I'm no stranger to taking an old game and putting it like making sure it has all the big important mods. Like I did it with Vampire the Masquerade Bloodline several times. Like you kind of need to use the community mod for that, or else you're just like, why? Why would you not? That's all take off. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Oh, wait. Nonsense. Sent to me. Oh, it's a Nurgle thing. Yeah, I'll take a look at that later. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. You're doing good? Nice. So nice and nice. I am also doing good because I'm painting Goblin. I actually do really like the twin miniatures models. I have not I don't think I've ever finished one. That's my problem. I think I've started on like one or two and I've not gotten that far. I did see that. I did see that. I pulled it up to take a look at later. I'm doing good though. Last question in my inventory contains a large. Yeah, have you? I have to imagine at some point you just end up with enough materials where alchemy kind of does things. But every time I've like opened up the alchemy menu, it's just like I I can make like one potion. I can make like one potion, and that's about it. There's even a dead body. Can you make the dead body into a potion? That's Giblet. Yeah, this is Giblet. Yeah. Did I say something differently that time? Did I mislabel Giblet? How's it, Manuel? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, funny number redeem. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. How you doing? How you doing? Painting Giblet the Goblin Bard. She got like an open back dress. Ooh. Oh, she does. She do got like a. Does she? No, I don't think so. But she does. She okay. She does got. She does got like a exposed leg. This model does come with a not safe for work pin up version, which I did not get, because that's like a separate purchase, and I didn't want to get both. That's basically she's just wearing the same dress, but instead of a top, it's just mostly tassels, because like that do be what the cheesecake look like. I get it. Oh, that's true. Yeah. If you can make like haste potions, actually, yeah, no, that would be fucking stupid. Stupid good. So using up potions all the time because like now, yeah, that's true. Oh boy, howdy. Oh boy, howdy. So like, not Games Workshop official. Once you get into the realm of 3D printing, you can find all kinds of not safe for work miniatures of all shapes and sizes and things you're into or things you're not into. It's a wild world out there. Sometimes it's really dumb because I browse my mini factory of not safe for work on because I'm not a coward and I'm gonna see anything everything. However, there is a guy on there called the Masters, who basically does nothing but takes like poser art. Like he basically takes like 3D models and poses them and just basically spams like the lowest rent, shittiest looking like 3D porn in the middle of like the model categories on my mini factory. And it's bullshit because like I would like to purchase minis and I cannot. Well, regular day minutes are pretty safe for work. But yeah, no, it's like I can't see. Like you're just clogging everything. I do have the Neurothictor nearby. I can go grab that. I'm gonna go limp. Let me grab the Thictor just to blow your fucking mind. There was a fucking what's it called? Oh, I nearly tripped on my heater. There was a plague bearer attached to it for some reason. Derailing the stream. It, you say that like my streams have any real consistency or pattern, so don't worry about it. So, hello, Heather. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I I I would I don't know. I think Games Workshop Damon Nuts are kind of whatever. I like the old Diaz ones. Like I don't even care if they have nipples or not. I just like the fact that they have like a I don't know, I like their shape better. But yeah, behold the Neurothictor. Which is now like in a color scheme that does not match my Tyranids. I want to actually that set did come with multiple poses, so I do want to do like a second one at some point that has like a different pose. Yeah, there's another one where she's got like all four legs like up on the rock, and I need to print that one. Maybe I'll do that tonight before I forget. Somebody remind me before the end of the night. Oh yeah, there's Arabelica, which Commissar Azura works on, and that is the horniest thing I've ever seen to the point where it is just actively. It's Arabelica to me is so horny that like it loops all the way around until like makes me laugh. Like it's just like it's like you got like barbarians with dick swords attacking like other things. I'm like, what the fuck is happening here? We are so beyond the realm of anything that's approaching cheesecake, and we have crossed the event horizon. When you see a tank in a war movie, it's a mocked up bulldog. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh yeah, so like so they just like got it all like repaired and ready to party for the movie, and then they're like, all right, time to put you back in your little house. I don't know. Like I've printed off a couple of cheesecake models even besides the Narrow Thictor. And like usually I'm kind of like, huh, these are neat, but like I'm never gonna use them for a game or anything, so which is also kind of like curtails my need to paint them. Like the Narrow Thictor was kind of fun as like a little fun like kind of like a jokey thing where it's like, yeah, it's part of the bit. It's fun to do it that way, but like I don't know if I could really like like there's also I think I've also heard so many stories of like, yeah, so I 3D printed my own custom Sisters of Battles army. Yeah, so they're a bunch of Sisters of Battle, and they of course they fall to Slanesh, the god of sex, just the god of Slanesh only does sex. So yeah, they're all like tits out and everything, and I make sure to printed the biggest boobs on all of them. Based, I don't know. I've in theory, there's nothing wrong with that, but usually the kind of people that I've heard that from are like, you are a great uncling one, and I do not wish to be near your scent. I don't like that. I like enjoying cheesecake models is fine, but it's usually that kind of person you gotta watch out for a little bit. There's actually yeah, there's a lot of like corn Sisters of Battle too, kind of like that. I think it's just because they're closest to like the corn is the closest thing to the classic demon. Like yes, you got like plague bears and daemonettes and like all the Zinch stuff, but like corn's got the whole like yeah, this is a devil. It's got red skin, it's got big old horns. It's pretty fucking Slayer metal. So I think that wins when you're like yeah, I want like a demon lady cheesecake to go with that. Print yourself a Victor squad. Do it. Do it. Do it. Do it, nerd. Do it. Do it. Do it. The thing to look like Snake like it had so many boobs. Oh yeah, there's the fucking God was it? There is like the steed of Slanesh that is just like a seahorse that is just filled with tits, which surprisingly I think is like there's like still an official Games Workshop sculpt of that, which is kind of fun. Klingon's Dodge. Oh, okay. That could also be it too. Also, how you doing, Headless? Okay, so she got like a little hip window. Okay. Armored habits, weather and boobs. I think if you want the best tactical nun, you have to go to Infinity. I think you have to go to Infinity. It's like if you want like a nun that is still has like a habit and also strapped up with like sci-fi body armor, you have to go. You have to do that. You have to go Infinity. Hold on. Got like a little under window under here. I'll have to poke around with that later. Yeah, I don't mind Saucy Slanesh, but yeah, there are people that are like, it's only segs. It's only that. Come on. You're missing out on the Noise Marines, my favorite part. If I ever did like an Emperor's Children army, it would be the most like heavy metal rock and roll access Noise Marines. I've always wanted to have like a cool battle stage where it's like some sort of like gigantic like Daemon beast that's kind of got like a whole musical stage strapped to it that you would put like a bunch of fucking like Noise Marines on, stuff like that. Or I sort of a massive tit sculpted on them. Hell yeah. I also kind of like them because it also has like the bit more like the body horror aspect of that kind of thing. Where it's like, yeah, it's tits, but it's like a weird, like weird sloopy snake made of tits. God, I a lot of Noise Marine models aren't particularly like interesting, but like a lot of art that gets done for Noise Marines make them look so fucking good. Like that kind of like classic, like the guy does not have a mouth; he just has like a weird voice, like a vox box, just kind of like stapled to his face. I'm like, oh, that's so good. Oh, that's so good. Like, I'm trying to find that like safe spot where it's like I look down. Don't Okay, I have to be a little careful. This is like the event horizon that I cannot go past. I can kind of like go here. I can kind of bend. I can hit ultimate shrimp position, so I can kind of get like. Is this like I like the goblin mini? She very cute, very small, very small. With also how beautiful and murder people. Yeah, you get the kind of I also do like the excessive perfectionist angle of a lot of Slanesh stuff too, where it's like you're so into a thing, you just eventually lose your shit to it. I think that's nice. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm kind of like I'm whatever at the Slanesh segs kind of thing. It did lead to that. It did lead to that, yeah. All right, just gonna go look at it. That was a fun game though. I do want to do more one shot kind of stuff too. I do want to do. I want to do more of that. Also, really made me want to do motherfucking Blades in the Dark. There we go. There we go. Being deeper than that. I don't know. I think it's also for me too. Like, I mean, I can agree with you on that. I think also for me too. I usually just I think it's just the way my brain's wired. I like to keep that stuff like kind of like sectioned off a little bit. I don't know. I don't know. I'm sure my brain is a gigantic, interesting pile of weird, hyper-specific hangups that don't really make any logical sense unless you kind of like pry them open. Because like you guys know, just being a VTuber already makes my brain fucking curdled. So like I don't even know what's going on with a lot of shit. Brains do be silly like that, yeah. But I do like noise brains quite a bit. I think there was a while I was considering doing a Slanesh warband, but I think right now the fact that the Minotaurs have kind of been like some Minotaurs have been like my surprise painting project of 2023. I never would have thought that I would be painting Loyalist Space Marines, but here we fucking are. I have to repaint some of the leg, not as much leg repainting as I'd have to. So I have to get like all up into these like fucking angles. Jesus Christ. Yeah, we gotta get like all up in the goblin. I will say she's coming together like not too bad. Not too bad. I'll have to get like all the main layers because I think for her, I don't think I'm gonna try to paint her without using any washes. Because I don't I mean technically maybe like a brown wash to make her kind of look like grungy and worn out as per how she was in the session might work. I don't know. It's kind of there's always kind of weird things with like there's always like a bit of an overlap with a lot of Chaos God stuff, especially because like Slanesh, you can kind of weasel word the like, have you been spreading plague excessively? Kind of like that kind of goofy nonsense. Which whether that flies in Damon Court, I don't know, but some people will be like, yeah, it'd be like that. And like Slanesh, I think Slanesh is usually the one that they're like Slanesh tends to probably you could argue that like hitting like a warrior that trains day in and day out to be like the ultimate fighter to like really hone their swordsman skill. Will that power up Corn? Probably, but then also like Slanesh is getting a little bit of kickback as well. To be versus exactly, Manuel, exactly. I think it also probably is probably just easier to model. Like, I mean, it would be cool if Slanesh got like a lot more obviously like I don't know, like because like you could definitely do the like the music kind of or like the pain aspects where you got like the whole like Cenobite, like the fucking like weird piercings and stuff like that, which they do already for a lot of things. But I also think you can't really get the like drugs party rock and roll in a minis game where you have like a friendly uwu store presence cartoons. What's up, Albert? How you doing? Welcome. So self results. Where my fat Slanesh? There's a beautiful there's a dude in Age of Sigmar. There's a dude in Age of Sigmar who's like a gigantic fat man on a fucking like palanquin. Not palanquin thing. It's like a big old fucking like parade float thing. You know, Brock Lesnar has a daughter. I'm gonna be real. I need to look up who the fuck Brock Lesnar is because I'm sure once I look him up, it's gonna be very obvious. He is okay. He's like a okay MMA dude. All right, Brock Lesnar daughter. Oh, cool. She's like also very sporty and doing like shot put and shit. Oh yeah, nice. Hell yeah. There we go. Yeah, I will say his daughter is just like it like he basically like I would like to have a child and he just like took like a fucking butcher knife and sliced off like a piece of man ham and just like put that in a tub of nutrients and then like an exact clone popped up and they're like you're going to crush the world daughter and she's like thank you father I will. Albert, I also got some funky little ghoul boys coming from my wonderful sponsor, Collectible Squids. Yay! There we go. Thanks to everyone. I'm getting some of the lads in. Also, I'm going to be getting the fucking, what's it called? The Christmas ornament. Also, apparently the paint-along project should be starting to ship now. I'm really sorry for the delays on that. Just once again, games fucking workshop at work. That will be happening. If at any point you ordered a mod for the paint-along project, it will be real. We will be doing that. And if you did not sign up for the original paint-along project, we're basically going to be doing like a paint-along orc. I think it's like the war boss. Yeah, more like no games workshop check memes to see. I'll take a look at that later. It's excited to see. It's a lot of the ghoul stuff for Age of Sigmar looks really. Got like, I'm gonna need a tinier brush for this. Dear Lord. Let's see how that goes. Yeah, they seem like a nice army, and it's also like I actually don't have any undead, which I feel it's lacking. I feel like the fact that I don't have an undead army of any sort, kind of like a weird kind of like blind spot in my minis. Also, speaking about undead things and roughly adjacent to everything we've been doing, I finally got the game, the war game that the Lancer guy put together, like Male Gothica, something like that. I think it's like Male Gothica, and I am underwhelmed. If I'm going to be real, I am incredibly underwhelmed by it. The actual game part doesn't seem too bad. Like, it seems like a perfectly fine game. That's played on like a fucking grid out of everything, which is a little odd, but that's not the big deal. The thing is, it's like all the factions are relatively cool. It's like they have like cool like these like necromancer houses you pledge your allegiance to, and they give you like one is like super cool tactical undead operators that use like hardened bone for your shields and guns and whatnot. There's another ones like that are like filled with slime, and they're like from like the fucking demon of filth, which gives them kind of like necrotic powers. Another one is like a what should be like they're like LARPing as a bunch of like church people, because supposedly that like the church people cannot use necromancy without contracting with the demon. And hello, Dustbin. Yeah, giblets. We do be painting her. She's gonna be a pain, and I don't know how far we'll get with her, but we're trying. The thing is though, and this is the weird thing, I actually feel like Male Gothica fails because the models are boring. I don't know how the guy that does Lancer, like you can say a lot about Lancer. I feel like the design elements are pretty much there. Thank you for that. Thank you. But like when you look at the dudes, it's like guy with gun, little angry guy, little goblin thing, and it's like, what the fuck are you doing? How do you make an RPG where it's set in a city where death has been where people cannot permanently die, they just get recycled endlessly into undead? And like it used to be like the city was a relic of the old gods. How do you do that and have the default models just be kind of like blasé whatever? I'm like, how do you fuck that up? I don't get it. And if it was like very archetype based, I would get it. But he also expects you to like don't like it's a war game that's technically like tabletop sim focus, where you just upload the asset pack and then you do that. What's up, Kaiten? Welcome. How you doing? Oh, we got ad break time anyway. It's just so weirdly underwhelming. I don't know. Because on everything else about it, I generally like. In theory, like if I was to play it, yeah, I could use my own minis and like kit bash or like do some like take some funky pictures. It's just odd. Hello, Green Princess. I am looking at painting of Goblin very well. Nice. I'm glad you're looking at Goblin very well. What's up, Goonie? How you doing? I'm painting the goblin lady from yesterday. She is. That belly window is going to be hell just because I got to paint from quite a distance. This is, unfortunately, this is where if I had one of those like big, stupid, like magnifying glass things, that would be excellent. But I actually, hold on. Let's try something real dumb. This might shatter the quality, but I think I'm, let's, hold on. How much more can I zoom in? I can zoom in a lot more, but it also gives me a very narrow focus window. Okay. Hello, Mini Dow. How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Okay, I guess if I paint, not even looking at the model, like if I paint directly looking into the camera, this might work. This is from, what's it called? Twin Goddess Miniatures. I think actually, I think I still have the command up. I don't think I took that down. I don't think I took that. There we go. I did not take that down from yesterday. Okay. Okay, so I have to be, maybe I'll just like repaint the belly later. Do that, kind of lean in. This is gonna be hell. She's so tiny. The goblin miniature's so tiny. What are the fucking odds, you know? Hello, Nanara. How you doing? How you doing? I'm painting a goblin that I got because I ran Goblin with a fat ass yesterday. I thought I would celebrate by painting the miniature for that. How you doing, Nanara? How you doing? Luckily, oh god, no. There's a little bit of purple around interior as well. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. So there's a game called Goblin with a Fat Ass that was made by the guy who made Lancer, and I ran a one shot with chat, and I had a lot of fun. I would like to run it again at some point. I think it'd be fairly fun to run with some VTubers as well, but I need to get together a group for that. Also, Elton Bats, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Oh yeah, no, you've been out for a while. Yeah, it looks extremely tweaky, but I'm just a pretty man. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. But yeah, I do like this new model quite a bit. I think the thing that I'm enjoy the rigging is like I get a lot more movement. I can like crunch up some things. I can wiggle. Oh god, you were without air for 2 fucking months. Hang in there, Nanota. God, that sounds like hell, my dude. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad you're back. Or at least back to some capacity. I don't know how back you're gonna be able to be, but I'm glad you're back now at the very least. Things are bullied. How? No, the thing is, there's internet bullying's not real. You could just turn off the computer and walk away. No, this is definitely like a late night like idea that would not rest. Like you would like I've seen projects like this. I've done things like this where it's like you have like a thought that just will not leave until you do it. So he definitely had an idea for this game and it would just not leave his brain until he did it. But as he's just coping. He's just coping because like he doesn't want to like admit that he made the Funky Goblin game. Bad but back. Well, at least you're back. At least you're back. The Peyton Dawn you're in. Hell yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. I do think he's a coward because he didn't draw any of the goblins. People were like, when are you gonna draw a goblin with a fat ass? And they're like, he's like, oh me? Oh whoa, the artist? No, I can't do that. Oh whoa, 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 whoa. Like, oh come on, dude. Come on. Come the fuck on. You can't make a game with that name and then try to be say so now. What's up, Rune? How you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. You can't do that, you know? Give us the cake. Let's see how far we can get with her. This might be one that I might need to just get some base coatings on there and then maybe paint it off stream just so I can get like my face like real up in there. LP Taco. We do be talking about that. So let's zoom out a little bit first. Now, let's go. Let's work on the pirate guy. Oh, the trigger to focus a little bit. There we go. He's relatively big enough that. Right. What do I want? What do I want to do for your shirt, my dude? What do I want to do for your shirt? I feel like his shirt's going to determine a big color. Something. Let me see. At the very least, I can probably get like most of the base colors, and then I'll figure things out from there. I do a lot of things by ear. 6 billion goblins. There we go. Name every single ass. Go. Ah. Finished drinking water number 1. Let's go to water number 2. No one can say that I'm not a well-hydrated VTuber. I'm definitely doing that. How you doing, Fox? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Asserting dominance with the funny number. Hell yeah. Well, people asked him in the comments to the game, and he's basically like, I'm not gonna do that. I'm like, let's see. What do we want to do with you, good sir? What do we want to do with you? I want to get kind of like a turquoise and brown scheme. Maybe, hold on. I use this color all the time, but I think maybe like the black gray for the shirt might look pretty good. We'll give that a go. We'll give that a go. And then because he worked for Gold Hook, we have to do like maybe like a little gold on some of like the little belt buckles and like the cutlass and whatnot. Hanging in there. That's good. That's good. Hanging in's good. Things be very good with me lately. Things have been things. I feel like I say it a lot that things have been going really good, which is a nice thing to say. I don't like not the things that aren't bad things in my life, but generally I like to try to like not be super depresso espresso. And like if I'm feeling bad, I'll let you all know. But like in general, I will say things are generally doing pretty well for me. So I'm doing very good. Getting a lot of planning for stuff going down. I did so I can replace the hyper aggressive tax fraud. Fuck yeah, let's go. What's up, Matthew? How you doing? Welcome. How you doing? You're good. It's okay. You're working your way there. You're working your way to that daily elf card. I believe in you. I believe in you. Where around this? There's this armpit, kind of like roughly to hit that general area. Nice. I take my taxes. I mean, true. I mean, they can, but still. Farming stuff on the coast. Oh yeah, you gotta be careful about that. Like I'm lucky where I'm at. It is still like relatively like jacket weather in December, which is weird, but um yeah, definitely make sure you bundle up and like this is also I will say if you've ever been like I would like an airbrush, but like I don't know practical reasons for getting one. You can prime indoors with an airbrush. It's really nice. Would recommend. Would recommend. No matter what the weather conditions are, you can just like I mean, this is of course the usual. Do you have space and like ventilation and whatnot? But if you do, it's very handy. With the sweater. Oh no, that's the classic mistake. Well, definitely take it easy then. Definitely take it easy, and then maybe if you like and get your soup on and whatnot. Oh, airbrush priming. Yeah, airbrush priming's fucking sweet. I don't even use especially fancy. I just use like the generic Vallejo black primer. I also have some like gray like Stylez or whatever. I don't remember what brand that is. That one was pretty legit, but I mostly do things in black these days. Oh, you do a lot more. I very much do priming in spurts where it's like I just do. So this is not a product that anybody should really buy because it's kind of stupid. But when I got into painting, I got the Games Workshop priming stick. And so the Games Workshop priming stick is effectively a $20 stick. It's dumb, I understand. They're the advertisement, like the thing that they're trying to sell you on, is that what you can do is that it's got these little grooves that you wrap rubber bands around the grooves, and then you put your minis in between the rubber bands. So in theory, the rubber bands would keep your mini in place, so you don't have to use like sticky tack or anything. In practice, basically a couple of primes with a primer will make your rubber bands brittle as all shit. But it's like I already got it, so now I just use blue tack on it. So I basically fill that up and then I'll prime on top of that. I've been doing that for layers. Here, bud. Where'd I put that motherfucker? Okay. So the funny thing with it is I've had this Nobody, please. You stopped yourself earlier and then you didn't. Oh, those brutal cities do look pretty rad. I kind of wanted to get some, but I did not. Okay. So this also has like blue tack that is like dried and has been primed enough that it's just become part of this. So yeah, here's the Games Workshop priming stick that is just layers upon layers of blue tack that has been just kind of covered with like black primer, gray primer, black primer, gray primer. And a lot of it comes off, but there's a certain amount of time where it just kind of becomes part of the stick. And like when I go to Prime, I'll just load that up. I'll just be like, psh, 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 and then I'll just take it back inside. So like, it's doing what it's supposed to do, but you do not need to buy it. You could also just like, I don't know, get a stick or like anything else with a nice handle, and you're basically there. Okay, your shirt also goes like around this angle to the side. So yeah, that's how I do it. It's like when I'm priming for the day, I'll just do that. I mean, paper plates. I used to do it with a cardboard box. Back in college, I would just take a cardboard box outside and I'd just prime into that because I didn't really have any other option. I'm not gonna say it was like a better or worse option than a lot of other things. That was just kind of what I did. That's just kind of what I did. If actually, if later if I lowered the camera down, if that might increase. Yeah, fuck with that. I've been feeling another one of those. I definitely want to sit down and retool how I do my camera setup, which happens like every couple of months, I think. I think it happens every couple of months where I'm like, I think there's a way I can do this. Because I think last time I was trying to do 4K and then you could like zoom in a bit more. And it works generally pretty well. But I think the counterpoint to that is like you cannot do 4K 30 FPS. You have to do 4K 24 FPS. So I think I'm like right now, I think I'm like either 30 or 60 FPS. I don't know what my woo rate is going on your guys' end. You know, my woo 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 rate, that very scientific terminology. You guys kind of know what I mean. You guys know. There we go. But yeah, paper plates work too. Really, just what like it's what with minis is just whatever you got going on. Full out table. I got so many full out tables in my house. They're very handy for craft projects and whatnot. Um, though I am using one to hold some guild gear for work, so I cannot use that full out table for anything fun. It's the serious business full out table. Which is a very silly thing to say. Also, hello, Mr. Personality. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing as well? Hey, let me... Okay, let me hydrate real quick. How you doing? We're painting a singular pirate. Just one pirate. And also giblets, which I'll come back to later, I guess. And then I'm gonna get his suit. And then maybe I might work a little bit on the lads. I don't know. On the Terminators, just because those are nice and breezy as like a little in-between task. I can fuck around and do whatever. It's my stream. I can do what I want. My thin brush. There we go. Let's get the thin brush. How you doing? How you doing? Some of my friends refused to get a table for playing. Yeah, they're really handy, but I do feel like once you reach my level where you have too many in your house, I feel like after a certain point, it like having a couple full out tables fine. I feel like once you get as many as I have, it kind of goes back into a damn bitch you live like this scenario. Are we on ads? What the fuck? I'm not even seeing ads on my end. That's fucked up. Twitch, why? Why do you like this, Twitch? Please. Please, Twitch. Why must you curse these nice people so? A little bit under the armpit. Damn, Twitch, you live like this? It do be like that for Twitch. All right, so also goody. Thank you for the sub. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I guess that's one way to deal with ads. Yeah, that's certainly one way to deal with them. It's like no, thank you, ads. Goodbye. Not like a. Just hold on. No, he just has like a arm. He's got gloves. Okay. Okay. You want to make those gloves the same color? That's all good, Dusk. Have yourself a good night and take it easy. Have yourself a good rest. I could also... No, I might just make those brown instead. I feel like the brown gloves would fit better. Yeah, let's go ahead and it's probably like the closest I've needed to get to a mini in a while. I've definitely been painting bigger things that do not have like the level of detail that I need to get like real up in the bits. It's very thick, way too thick, but that should be fine. If I spread it around, it'll all be good. Yeah, hopefully work is good as well. But yeah, I would like. I think every now and then too. Also, they do be good. Yeah. You guys ever see those things for like effectively like, yo, this table is aimed at nerds, and it's got like a bunch of like little like fold out pocket tables, and like it's like oh, it's got like a little indent where you can put your tabletop RPG in its depths, and I'm like, ooh, I would like that. Like you can get it for the low price of $4,000. I'm like, ah. And it's like I'm sure they're nice tables. I'm not actually like digging on the quality or anything. Got my paintbrush. Yeah, probably I don't know the Wormwood brand specifically, but I have to imagine it's probably in the like the same general boat. I'm like, wow, it's a lot. I think I saw there was like this like Japanese folding card table too, where it was like it wasn't like a full. It's effectively kind of like folds into a perfect 1v1 card battling table, and when you're not in use, it kind of like turns into like a kind of I'm trying to think of like almost just like a kind of narrow vertical little like stand kind of dealio. It's very neat. I'll see shit like that all the time and be like, ooh, that cool. That's a good. Just gonna say if anything could be like vaguely leathery. I think I'm just gonna make it vaguely leathery. I'm also because he's like kind of more like Dilf coated. I'm definitely gonna try to do like the gray hair, salt and pepper if I think I can do it. If not, I'm just gonna do kind of like some kind of graying hair. I also think it's funny because I was like, well, let's make him slightly more handsome. How do I do that? And I think maybe it's just because of the other VTubers I follow that kind of have like an older like an older man kink. I don't mean like older man like me. I mean older man when you kind of think of like kind of like almost kind of like a dad bod sort of fellow. I'm like, yeah, no, that's probably would be a good direction to go with this guy. Yeah, like DILF coded stuff. Exactly. Yeah. There's a lot of DILF enjoyers in the VTubing sphere for certain. For certain. So it's I was I guess it's just because I hang around with them enough. I'm like, oh yes, that's what people want. That is the way to do this. Like I didn't even think to do like, oh, he's like a fucking like what's it called? Not Jack Sparrow, William Turner. There we go. I kind of did like a William Turner from Pirates of the Caribbean thing, and I was like, nah, that did not even come up at the time in my brain, which is funny now thinking about, considering that like how much of that was like loosely pirate themed. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of Oji-san lovers. There's definitely that. Which is funny because like on one hand, I guess I am an Oji-san. I put hag as a joke because like any sort of Oji-san tag does not exist and nobody checks it. Trust me, I tried. But also I think I'm also continuing to joke because I basically once they let me put in custom tags, I put in hag and I have not removed it since. You can pry the hag tag from my cold dead hands, but like I don't think I got like OG-san energy. I definitely got like uncle energy. I got uncle energy, but I don't think when people think like OG-san, they usually like in anime terms, it's like a 27-year-old man with like a fucking scar on his face. And he's built like a brick shit house. And he's filled with trauma. All the fucking trauma. Old man Yaoi leaves someone's mouth. Oh, okay. That's because I think Hida says old man Yaoi like a lot. I think that's kind of her thing. I don't even think she's a Fujo. I think she just says the phrase "old man yaoi" like quite a bit. Yeah, that does seem to come up a lot more than you would expect. I know, right? Life be funny like that, I guess. Okay, but old man yaoi pirate is turning out pretty good at the very least. Old pirate man. I can't say old man yaoi for him because he did technically end up with with a short stack bard. So he's living the dream. Technically, he's living the dream. This guy is. He kind of, if you want to kind of be like really kind of like odd about it, if you want to think about it, this guy kind of got manic pixie dream girl by a gaggle of goblins, which I think is a mood that that's something that would be nice. I could see that being the goals, you know? Yeah. Where you're working the pirate equivalent of like a security guard thing. Oh, Whiplash, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hit by old men. Yeah, I'm Peyton. The pirate I ran. Oh, how you doing, Whiplash? I ran goblins with fat ass. Goblin with a fat ass yesterday, and over the course of that session, the goblin bard and this pirate kind of like fell in love, even though it was more like he got seduced hella hard as part of a robbery attempt, and he it just things love bloomed. I wish I was a DILF. I'm sure. I believe being a DILF is obtainable. I think probably it's not gonna say it's easy, but I'm gonna say it's like I feel like it's a realistic goal. I feel like it'd be easier to say that like you want to be a DILF would be easier than like I want to be rich. Like I feel like the DILF, if you're doing it right, I think you can make that happen. Really valuable build. I mean, people like dad bods. I think in general that's like a relatively popular kind of thing. Because I mean, a lot of dads have them. So I think after a certain point, it's like you if you were a dad enjoyer, if you're a DILF enjoyer, that kind of body comes with the package. And some people are there for it. Some people they're like, it's not ideal, but it comes with the thing I like. It'd be like getting a side in like in the meal you don't want. You're like, I don't really order that, but I'll eat it anyway. You do need attitude, yeah. I think a lot of it is just I think a lot of things in life attitude is kind of the way to do it. Like the kind of like break off point between like someone being like a weird Dorcas with one hobby and being like a Giga Chad is just like attitude 90% of the time. I think it'd be like that quite a bit. Like I remember I think I saw something today where there was a guy who drew a picture of Tenma for her birthday. Tenma's a Phase Connect VTuber, very funny lady. And he posed around with it. He took pictures and posed around with it, filmed the video. And like by that description, you'd be like, well, hell, that sounds pretty cringe. This guy was also built like a fucking like titanium. Like this guy was built as fuck. His thighs were basically bigger. Some of the biggest male thighs I've ever seen. Yeah, her type exactly. And I think that's like, I mean, yeah, sure, he did a lot of like work for that. I'm not gonna say that was easy to get to that build, but that's definitely like manifesting an attitude that you want can make something as silly as taking pictures in front of an anime girl that you drew, and then you're like, oh man, what a fucking Chad, you know? It's just kind of funny how that kind of can play out. I guess the answer from this is I'm retired from streaming. I'm gonna lift a bunch of weights. Not for Tenma specifically. No. I could never. I'm kind of at the point where like if I greatly enjoy VTubing. You're gonna beat me off with a stick if you want me to like quit this shit. All right. We got Pirate Guy going. I think I'm gonna leave him a little bit to dry. And let's go. Let's do some Terminator stuff. What do I want to do with the Terminators? So they got a little bit of metal. I think in general, their guns. I think I do like. Let me see. Hold on. Let's see, I want to see kind of what people do Terminators. I should probably type in Warhammer or 40K or something like that. I was like Terminator. I want to see because I want to see what coloration people do for like the like what's the default for the guns? Like the default one from like the box set is they just did all gunmetal guns. Do I want to do all gunmetal guns? I don't know. Probably not. but I could do like gunmetal bottom and red top to make it look like extra extreme Minotaurs. I might go with that instead. Oh yeah, no, she goes fucking apeshit for muscles. I always thought that was kind of funny. Like, there's something that like I don't know. There's like an era I remember of like a lot of anime and stuff where you would see a lot more like female characters kind of like going apeshit over dudes they like. And like even if I was never really in that type they were kind of like wigging out for, I always thought that was kind of like a very fun character trait that I would like to see. Like like I think I like it would be like I think like Magical Pokémon had like a whole thing where they're like sitting around talking about like what dudes they like. Magical Pokémon's a very funny like it's I don't know, do people remember Magical Pokemon these days? It's if you've seen Liru, you've probably seen Liru without realizing what she's from. Liru is like a kind of like brown skin tomboy like werewolf girl with like yellow hair. So you might have seen her and been like, "Oh, her, she's great. I like her." Everyone likes Liru. Liru's very good. Um Oh yeah, God, she probably is famous for the H game these days more than anything. Is you're fucking right. You're fucking right. I forgot that that game was like for a while it was like never ever gonna get released and then it did and I guess that's how most people know Liru now, huh? But there's a whole anime around that. There's a vampire girl. There's a ditzy wizard that can't quite do the magic right, and then there's this very like soft and sweet golem robot girl, which I mean, once again, I have a weakness for robot girls, so she was definitely my favorite last time I watched it, which I want to say circa maybe like 2018. That sounds about right. It's a good lineup. And it's definitely like very like early 2000s slice of life where they just all live in a big treehouse and they're just trying to deal with their own shenanigans. I'm definitely selling magical Pokemon. I will say, at the very least, strong recommend you look up the opening of Magical Pokemon because the OP is very, very good. It's also way more serious. The OP, it's like yeah, I got this kind of like haunting, kind of like musical quality to it, and all of them are sort of portrayed at their like scariest, where it's like the fucking like they actually seem like they're competent like wizards and monsters and golems and vampires and shit. You're like, ooh, intrigue. And then they just have like fucking nonsense, goofy adventures, and it's like nice. I like that contrast. But yeah, no, you fucks are right. I think most people just know Liru from the fucking porn game. Wow. Wow. Structural though, I think it's called have an artificial human girl. That I mean from the title that definitely sounds like a thing. So hell yeah. What do I do? Do I want to do the funky little support things with metal? Yeah, probably. The I guess I'm not surprised that Lane kind of got picked up from like e-girl things. And I will say this is somebody who has watched Lane in the past and actually does enjoy Lane. It's a very cool kind of like at this point, unfortunately, it's now like a interesting kind of like vintage alt history look at like a weird parallel um internet sort of dealio, which at the time it was like not that it was I'm arguably more cutting edge, I guess, which is kind of funny. Um, it's still a good series. Don't let e-girls ruin it for you. I mean, actually don't even think e-girls will ruin it for anyone. I think people are just posting just lane memes and that's it. And fucking Duvet is still a good song. I will say, no, Duvet's the band. Fuck. No, Bo is the band. Duvet was the song. God damn it. They have another song called Fool that I think is like the way better song. I think Fool is a way better song from them. It will never get brought up though, because I think most people are like, ah yes, the band with one song. Which I get it. A lot of bands are like that. There's a lot of bands I've listened to only one song from and be like, I have gotten my fill. I have no need. I have no need for further enjoyment of this. I have won. I have peaked. But I got like a lot of these reinforced little joint things. This is like these guys are kind of like nice and chunky enough where like I can paint them at like kind of a distance and not worry too much about it. I got like a little bit. I'm very paranoid about getting like my head, like right in there. But you know, Lane still be good. I'm probably due for a rewatch at this point. Actually, I'm kind of just live with the fact that like since my memory is shit, that I will forget large details of shows, like a lot of details of shows that I like. So I will say, like, I'm not trying to like my because of my shit memory, it kind of means that I'm like basically borderline a secondary even on shows that I've watched. Like I remember some episodes from Lane, and then like there's stuff like the little alien guy that I just don't think you ever really truly forget. Um, but I would like to, but it also the weird fringe benefit is that does mean I get to watch shows that I know I've liked, and then I'll watch it again and be like, I do like that show still. I do still like that show. Which is why also, man, oh fuck, I could have did. Oh god damn it. I think my tendency to want to show nothing but shitty fantasy movies. Not saying that Lord of the Rings is a shitty fantasy movie. I'd say like 9 times out of 10. In for Elfcord movie night, it's shitty fantasy movies because that's what I like to show. It would be good maybe every now and then for me just to show you guys an anime because I would like to maybe do like Shiki. Shiki would be fun. Shiki I still think is like one of the most fun shows ever for what's ostensibly a horror show. It's so good. It's so good. Shiki is so good. It's about like a bunch of vampires kind of just like slowly moving into a small Japanese town and just one by one beginning to like replace the populace. And like some people are like, hey guys, I think shit's fucked up. But then when like everyone starts turning into vampires and like the vampire family starts kind of like getting more and more power within the town, they're like, what the fuck are you gonna do about it? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do to against these rich vampires that are like effectively vampire gentrifying your small village, but that's not, I don't think that's really the point it's trying to get across. It's more kind of like just seeing like an insidious corruption kind of hit early on and just like being powerless to stop it. Let's see. Yeah, so so this guy's got little iron supporting. Oh yeah, I should probably also make this. Oh, make that thing a little. Oh, probably in the middle. I can just. There we go. I'll do that, and I'll probably go back to the goblin stuff. I just want to get like a little bit of metal on there. I don't know what's the proper word of that. I don't know. That's probably more of a me issue. Just trying to think of like a fun way to say that. Maybe fun way is also not a fun way to say. Maybe I'm just seeing this hole I'm digging, and I'm like, I'm gonna dig my way out. Excellent. Shiki is a very good show, though. I also like, weirdly enough, I feel like whenever they tried to adapt anime, they adapt anime that like I don't think are good fits for live action adaptations. I think you could legitimately do a Shiki live action and like totally localize it to the point where I don't even think people would realize it's Shiki. Because I will say, I love Shiki, and I still think it's pretty suspenseful, but Shiki also has this weird design quirk where the main characters, like kind of the whole like anime thing where it's like, oh, there's 3 anime girls in the classroom. Which ones are the main characters? It's like blue, pink, and red. And then you look at the sea of black-haired and maybe brown-haired students. It's like that on crack. It's very good. Everyone's got the most ludicrous hairdo you've ever seen. All right. Tiny little goblin creature. What are we doing to you? I want to get black hair. Hmm. Oh yeah, no. Oh, Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Definitely has that shit. Which I do find it funny that they're still upping the bar on like how fucking like wild the Yu-Gi-Oh! Hair can be. I don't know if they've done. I don't know what the newest anime looks like, but like she's got like a little evil headband thing. She's got like a couple little points where I could put like a little accessories in there. Hmm. So her hair is going to be black. I could do pitch black and then highlight with like a dark gray to try to keep it real flat black. I don't know if this is a good idea or not. Just like to been leaning to it more. Oh yeah. I guess the thing is like the reason I've not thought about like I have a very loose attempt of playing Yu-Gi-Oh, which I have not touched in a hot minute. But I do remember there's like a period where like every season they're like, ah, yes, a new summoning mechanic will be coming with this season now. And I guess they're like, we can't keep adding summoning mechanics to this fucking game. I was testing to blacken out a reflex. I fucking did I fucking did like a little tic-tac-toe thing. It could be. It does seem like when they so like as mostly an outsider looking in, what I usually see. Did Vrains get? Oh, was Vrains a flop? Okay, okay. I didn't know that. I know Vrains was like the second attempt at like a serious anime after 5Ds. Which I've also heard that 5Ds is both very, very good and very, very shit at the same time. Higher than level 4 stars. I mean, at this point, it seems like with modern Yu-Gi-Oh, you just play a card and you vomit out like 3 creatures. So I don't know. It's as a Magic player, it's so weird because like Yu-Gi-Oh early on, I'm not gonna say it was a very well balanced game, but there were like technically counterplay options, where it's like, okay, should you vomit out your entire hand of monsters? No, because your opponent will like wipe it out and you don't really have access to negates. So it's like tribute summoning was kind of hard to do. And then they fucked it up with fucking I did sit down and watch this whole fucking like there was like one guy who did a really cool kind of breakdown of all the like the evolution of the Yu-Gi-Oh meta from like the very early thing to like effectively like GX era, and goddamn, watching it turn from like, yeah, it's mostly spells and you got these like big beaters that you're protecting with like the most ludicrous broken combination of spells. And then at some point they accidentally made like chaos monsters that were easy to special summon, and then like the entire fucking meta broke. An insufferable cast. I did watch a couple episodes of Reigns because I was curious. I was curious because I heard it was like serious and like I weirdly enough I find that kind of like the kind of like not the contradiction between like, yeah, this is a weird internet children's card game in the context of Reigns, but also it's like there was like weird hints about like genetic manipulation and nonsense. So welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Let me get a little bit of black on her hair real quick, and I will do that. Hell yeah. How you doing? How you doing? Oh, you mean you had trouble doing pendulum for level 4s? Ah, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. I've never played a pendulum deck, so I would not know. Ah, big stretch. I won't stop playing. All right, how you doing? I'm doing very good. I'm doing very good. How you doing? How you doing? I'm currently painting a goblin, a pirate, and 5 Minotaur Terminators. One of these things is not like the other. One of these things does not belong. Which is fine. Yeah, it's weird though because like oh god, sword art. Sword art, I feel like more than ever I'm getting gaslighted on because like we've reached a point where people who were teenagers when they watched Sword Art have kind of grown up and they now have fond memories of it. And like I remember watching it when it dropped live in college, and I was like, this is what everyone's going apeshit for? Like the first episode was dumb but fine, and then from there it just kind of just got stupider and stupider. And I had to watch fucking like Kirito get like his like, oh, he's got like super cool superpowers because he's so cool, and everyone loves him. Yeah, wasn't that like they're kind of like one of their earlier works? I mean, if they're, I mean, the guy apparently made like a fat stack after that, so honestly, good for him. Get that back, dude. Because almost GTO. I don't know what those mean, but I'll take your word for it. I'll take your word for it. I only watched the first season and I was like, this ending is so dumb. It's still like the worst anime that I've watched a good chunk of. I still hate wizard barristers with a fucking passion. Uh I will always. Oh, is that the one with like the chick with like the pink outfit that I've seen every now and then? I think she got like a decent amount of art of her. So I need extra sleep. How you doing? How you doing? After it stopped, I was like, huh, yeah, because like that very first episode, I'm like, okay, there's like something kind of there. I don't know. I think the weird thing is like I watched like stuff like Dot Hack prior to that, so that's a spin-off of that. Oh, okay. Huh. So there's like spin-offs of second seasons. Interesting. Is it even that bad? No, anime. Nope, stop. Although I guess I'm saying it's like I've seen worse. Wizard Barristers is still probably the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen. Um, because like the premise was neat. It's effectively like wizard lawyers. It's like magic exists, and sometimes you have this agency that will represent you for crimes, and other times like they have to hunt down rogue wizards, and it's like modern day Japan. And it's like, oh, that's kind of cool. And then the show absolutely just fucked up in a way that I can't even really describe without the context of just like you have to watch it. And it didn't fuck it up in a fun way. It wasn't like it's a so bad it's good thing. It's just bad. Yeah, it says split the viewer by kindred story after they leave. So oh oh yeah, because he goes into like other games, right? It's garbage, but it becomes insulting garbage. I can see that. I can see that. Yeah, I remember I remember liking Dot Hack Signed, but I don't think I ever got to finish it. But I know some people hated it because it was a fucking slow burn, but I don't know. I can enjoy slow burn anime. It's done right. I did not mind the way Signed did things. Maybe it's also because I'm biased because I like it when games and stuff imitate that era. See, I never got like a real good chance to play Dot Hack because the games were always stupid rare where I was at. I guess now it wouldn't be hard to like play Dot Hack, but I also know that the base game is like a little kludgy for what it used to do. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was on. Was it Toonami or was yeah Toonami, not specifically not Adult Swim. You're right. Yeah. It was on Toonami for a bit, I think. So need to fish the games to get the story, which is fucking weird. Yeah, I guess that does happen from time to time. I kind of feel like the same way about the quadrilogy compared to Xenosaga, but like, oh god, no, never mind. That's not true. I like Xenosaga Episode 1 a pretty good amount. Xenosaga Episode 2 broke my spirit, and I did not want to play it. It was it was rough. I did not have fun with it. It was not like I'm sure there's good elements of it, but like the character designs changed totally. Shion became a huge bitch. Um the fucking combat system was just like not fun. It was trying to do like you mix up like high and low attacks on different enemies to kind of juggle them, and it just did not work out. My save data cut off. Oh man, that's a fucking bummer. Yours of our amazement, you have a 4. Oh, fuck yeah. I'm glad you got a 4 though, because I think the 4th one is like stupid rare. So congratulations for having all those. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. I had the same thing happen with a friend lent me Legend of Dragoon, and by the last disc, the game was basically like would just lock up entirely. It just locked up entirely, and it was like would not play. And I was like, well, okay then. I guess I'm not finishing that. I guess I'm not finishing that. Transformers. I mean, Transformers is kind of weeby a little bit, in a couple aspects. And didn't they also have like a hentai artist work on like a Transformers figure at 1 point too? I'm gonna be real. To this day I could not understand like the critical acclaim, and like a lot of people really love Legend of Dragoon. They fucking love it, and I could not figure out why. I was playing it and I was like, God, what was it? Like, some, hold on, see, like Transformers figure Wind. I want to say Windblade. I think that's the name. Yeah, let me put a picture. Yeah, let me put a picture of what she like his design of her. I think on the screen. It's it's a very good design, to be fair. It's a very good robot design. I am a big as a guy that likes some robots. I'm a toaster enjoyer. Oh, see, let me put that on screen. So yeah, this is the one I'm thinking of, Windblade. And it's like, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, no. I understand. I would like to subscribe to your web zone. To be scared for life and have that model. How time to expose you. Wait, what about Kiss players? What is Kiss players? That's just a woman in cosplay. No, it's a cute robot. Listen, I'm Oh, I forgot about this. I forgot about that. Oh, I've heard of this before. Oh, I totally forgot about that. It's like the one where it's like they're like kissing on like the different Transformers for reasons. I don't remember why. I don't remember what the fuck the premise of this is. Huh. The internet is a very silly place. Let us move on. All right, let me see. What do we want to do for you, buddy? I guess I can start working on his skin. We can get some skin in there. Kind of balance some shit out. Where's the skin at? There we go. Let's get some barbarian brawn. Excellent. I had more trouble with some of the assemblage. How is this as a kit though, I guess? Yeah, I think that's the one. That's the one. I looked it up and I was like, huh. How did that premise get sold? Like what was the pitch meeting for that? It's like you have to like I have to assume you have to reach out to whoever owns a Transformers license whenever you want to make like a comic adaptation. Be like, I would like to do this. They're like, what would you like to do? Well, you know, I think okay, so Hasbro, so like I think what we should do is do like a CGI television show where they're all animals, and we'll call it Beast Wars, and they're like, sold, nailed it. And then for that one, they're like, what do we do with this? So a young girl kisses Megatron, or sorry, Optimus Prime, and they're like, huh? I guess they just put the big stamp on that motherfucker and shipped it out. Huh. It do be like that, I guess. Or if like some guy just like had some like blackmail material, like I have to do this. I have to do this, and I will expose those pictures of you sucking this other man's toes if you do not make this comic. If you do not license this comic to me, I will leak these photos of you just like absolutely sucking on this dude's toes. And like some fucking exec was like, I cannot. Fine, please, just don't share the toe sucking pics, please don't. I have a family. It's money. Oh, it's like a money thing. Okay. I guess when the money's drying up, you'll just kind of do whatever. You will do whatever. But yeah, I don't have like a huge knowledge of Transformers in general, though. I will say, I was unironically a huge Beast Wars fan growing up. I think I had like a couple of Transformers toys, but like as a franchise, I have no real experience for it. It does have a RPG that got released not that long ago, though, that I have heard is like relatively solid for like if you want to run a Transformers campaign as the Transformers, you can make that happen. And what's it called? It's the same system that the Power Rangers RPG runs on. Like it's effectively there's like a G.I. Joe RPG, a Power Rangers RPG, and a Transformers RPG that are all I'm not surprised that you know about that. Yeah, use that like Essence 20, which is really funny because like Transformers is a Wizard of Coast property, but they did not design the role play game for that. It's it's like Renegade Game Studios or something like that. But why would you run it in Fellowship? So Fellowship is like the Lord of the Rings RPG. So there's like a version for 5th edition that I don't like to talk about because it's just sad more than anything. But I have heard really good things about like there's like a or was it called the One Ring? Fuck, maybe I'm thinking of a different RPG. Maybe I'm thinking of a different one. Yeah, maybe it was also just cheaper just because D&D 5th edition is basically a skeleton crew anyway. Maybe they're like, yeah, we'll just like rent it out to like someone who gives a shit. We'll do it. We'll do it that way. Yeah, let's get that. Let's get that dill farm pit, everyone. That's all what you nerds are craving, right? Want that dilf pit? I hate the word. Oh, he's got like little bits of the printing process I did not remove. So I guess he's just got like weird little arm bumps. That's okay. No one's gonna look under there. No one's gonna look for the dilf pit. That's fine. But yeah, it's I will say I'm kind of glad that they did that because it does seem like Renegade Game Studios, from what I can tell, genuinely cares about the properties. Like it's I'm not gonna say they're like great games from what I understand. I haven't really gotten I've only looked at the Power Rangers one, which I own. I actually own a physical copy of the Power Rangers RPG. Um, and as like a love letter to specifically the American adaptation of Power Rangers, it's pretty fun, and the system works for it. Is he a DILF yet? I mean I guess we'll find out when they get painted maybe. I'm totally not avoiding balls with flesh showing. I will say that for the most part, I am also relatively experienced with skin, as I paint a lot of dudes in armor, a lot of Nurgle stuff. In general, what I'm probably going to try to do is just doing very thin, kind of like glaze like consistency, just like really slowly build up between like the warm base skin tone, and then you just slowly kind of layer it up with lighter and lighter and lighter coats of it. Kind of keep them really thin. I definitely am in the same boat. Oh, it's really blurry, so this is a little bit. I'm definitely in the same boat where my skin is definitely lacking. I have a bunch of Kingdom Death models, especially. I'm waiting till I get good at skin for those. I do want to paint the Kingdom Death monsters still, like the fucking like white lion and shit. I don't think those will be a big deal. But like I think a lot of it is just coming with practice, unfortunately. The players plays the paragons that are people and collect companions to defeat the Overlord. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, so wait. Oh, I think I remember. I think it is supposed to like evoke the idea of like a Lord of Rings kind of game, but it's not like a direct license one. Oh, okay. It's because like now that you mention it like that, I swear I've heard of it, but I don't think I've actually like ever looked into it. I'm not opposed to Powered by the Apocalypse games, but I don't think I've actually genuinely looked at a few other than the Avatar game. I own Dungeon World, which I am not the biggest fan of because I don't think so. Dungeon World was an attempt to mix like kind of like D&D isms with a kind of like role playing first kind of framework based on Apocalypse World, which is like a pretty neat system from what I understand, like the actual base Apocalypse World. And it's just not it's just kind of too much doing like the D&D isms where it kind of like is very strange that way. Yeah, I mean the thing is also like Apocalypse, like the other, if you like that, a lot of the role play stuff though is I think probably better represented in other Powered by Apocalypse games where they're because like they're still trying to strap a lot of D&D specifically onto it. I don't know. This could just be a preference thing. I find some of the others like I do think the Avatar one is pretty well made. The Avatar version of that. I was like, oh, yeah, how you doing? No need for gravity. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm painting a pirate. Um, because it's funny when I say I'm painting a pirate specifically because I ran goblin with a goblin with a huge ass, but that do be true. That has then led to this. Hello, Steve. How you doing as well? How you doing as well? Welcome. I'm gonna Google. I'm Google fellowship though. That does kind of sound neat. Chip. RPG. There we go. Hey, I found it. Excellent. Nice and pirates. Are we do be painting yar? Been pretty nice actually. I like this. I like this lad. I forget who made this. I want to say it's like Galahad Minis, but I don't have the exact name of the manufacturer in mind, quite like I do for the goblin, for the goblin lady. Not like a little bit. They just hit like that little general area of skin, and then we'll kind of touch it up. And he's also got he's got that deep V, which I gotta get in there. But hyperfixating the new vamps. Oh, you mean like the flesh eater court stuff? Because I'm in the same boat. I'm getting the box of that. I'm getting the box of that as well. So yeah, I'm gonna be in there with you. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for them. I remember a while ago I saw it was like a grim dark skin painting tutorial, and it looked really cool for like how to do like a really fucked up like pale kind of sickly skin. That's true. He is genetically a pirate. He is on all levels a pirate. Also something I was thinking of, like, I want to go back and edit that session. Like I said, I also want to like write down everything I said and just slowly extrapolate a setting that's just like all that like weird bullshit that doesn't make any sense. Where it's like Jesus was real, pirates and wizards are both like whole like true breeding species, stuff like that. Ooh, some legionnaires. Ooh, very nice, very nice, very nice. Oh yeah, I was about to say before I finished reading it, I was like, how do you feel about the kill team box? But it sounds like you are very excited for that. Oh yeah, well welcome to the chaos side, Sugoi. Hell yeah. I'm glad you've stopped following the corpse god, and you're kind of kicking it with all the cool people now. May you be blessed by many fine skins of people to drape on your stuff. Oh yeah, no, Night Lords I think are very cringe, but I think there's like a certain type of cringe where some people be like, no, this isn't cringe. Shut up, shut up. No, this thing I like isn't cringe. You're shut up. You're cringe. You're dumb. You're stupid. But there's other people like your thing's cringe. Like, yeah, I know, isn't it great? It's like in the same way for like people who like Shadow the Hedgehog. Like, not the game. The game is shit. I'm sorry. The game Shadow the Hedgehog, the game is not good. Please, if you've not played it in a while, I beg you to play Shadow the Hedgehog. It is agony. But like brushes, please. But like the idea of Shadow the Hedgehog, where he's just like overly kind of like wildly edgy, but also a fucking black hedgehog, and sometimes uses guns. It's very fun. It's a very fun premise, is probably the best way to say that. Let's get you on there. Like planets with hot topics. Luckily for them in the Imperium, every planet has a hot topic. See, tonight. Yeah, I already put metal on my palette. Why did I make a new drip of metal? That's fine. Up on Twitter. He's the guy that goes into drama from other communities and just kind of just like gets in the shit. No, it's not. No, listen. I played it. You can't gaslight me on this. I played Shadow the Hedgehog. Um, wait, be, whoever thought it would be a good idea to be like, hey, buddy, how about you run through a stage and kill 40 enemies? Yeah, we're gonna hide some of them, by the way. Also, if you miss any of the enemies, you gotta go back to the beginning. Unless you're gonna try to go for the neutral ending. So Viant shit. It's so shit. It's so listen, the thing is, I enjoyed Sonic Adventure 2 a lot growing up, but I will say a lot of it is on the back of how awesome the Chow Garden is. Oh, Coven, how you doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, I think generally yeah, orc players are kind of like are aware of like how goofy they are. And as long as you're not like I will say for orcs, there's a very fine line of like guy who says wah sometimes for fun and guy who never stops saying wah and you want to punch him in the throat. That's a fine line you walk as an orc player, but generally for the most part, that doesn't seem to be too much of an issue. I like me orcs too. Oh yeah, no, Shadow as a character is very fun in that game, but it is objectively a shitty game. Victims of abuse. Well, I feel like to a certain extent with Sonic, you have to lean in. You have to lean in, and or like I think like and as somebody who has found themselves in the fucking like autism hobby bucket for most of my life, I do think that there is like a formula that does activate specifically autistic neurons super hard. It's you have a character that has a very strong but very one-dimensional personality, and you put them in a thematic grouping, and you make them easy to draw. So I'm going to take those criteria. I'm going to be naming a couple of franchises. I want you to hear me out. All right, step 1. My Little Pony. Strong but one-dimensional personalities. Oh yeah. Double joint. I shapeshifted double jointing just to fuck with all of you. Hey. But all right. We'll do that. So My Little Pony. Strong but one-dimensional personalities. Easy to draw. Thematically grouped. This is the one that I will own up to. Homestuck. You have both humans and trolls with the whole class spec system. Strong, pretty one-dimensional personalities. Strong, pretty one-dimensional personalities. Easy to draw. Many thematic groupings. This is where I'm coming from on this. Sonic is kind of like probably not the earliest example of that, but like it's a very good distillation of that theory of like the internet obsession theory, I guess. And like you can kind of keep extending it to a lot of things that get big. Like I'm trying to think of some like Animal Crossing stuff and is kind of fits into that criteria as well. Like there's a lot of stuff like things that have gotten big on the internet that if you begin to kind of piece it together that way. Well, Archie Sonic fans, I think, are just like boomers who have not let go. Oh, the Animal Crossing, like as somebody who has played most Animal Crossing since the very beginning, I have a very soft spot Animal Crossing. I used to play with my adopted sister in the same town, and we'd help decorate houses, and I would like try to fish and all that stuff. Also, when you could have fucking a whole house of NES games, mwah, molto bene, so good. It's so sad. Yeah, but then you see like a Animal Crossing fan circa New Horizons, and there's like the fucking like Catboy slave trade, and like you basically kind of like mash your entire city together in the exact perfect look. They must look perfect. And stuff like that. The fucking like the stock prices turning people into like weird wild owls. I think it was the Raymond thing that was like the real bad. For people who have not a lot of Animal Crossing experience or just didn't kind of get in there, there's a very hard to get villager for a while. I think he's easier to get now because I gave him like an amiibo card or whatever. Oh yeah, no, you definitely eugenics in Fire Emblem. But Animal Crossing, he was effectively just kind of like, I don't know, vaguely effeminate cat, but like when I say it like that, he's just kind of like a hipstery looking cat that a lot of people would like really wanted, and they like there was people who would actively like troll Animal Crossing discords where they're like, hey, I have a Rayman, who wants them? And they would just turn their DMs on and they would just see like 300 DMs hit them in like 10 seconds. And there was like weird actual drama because it was people wanted them so badly for their perfect, highly curated villages. Oh, he did have heterochromia. Yo, you're right. Fuck, I forgot about that. I didn't get him, but I also did not want him. I'm very much when I play Animal Crossing, I'm just like, oh, I don't know who do I got. Oh, she's a hippo. Welcome aboard, hippo lady. And I've seen other Animal Crossing people like, I saw this villager. She is a ugly hippo, and I do not like her, and I want her to die. So I'm going to beat her with a net, so she gets angry and leaves because I have to have my perfect, beautiful village. Like they become like little fascist dictators in Animal Crossing, where it doesn't matter. Like, I mean, I know everything's like aesthetics and like making your own stuff, but like it is supposed to be like, wow, you move here and you get to beat your neighbors, and like sometimes you get a cool neighbor and whatnot. I'm a very basic bitch. Animal Crossing, when it comes to my favorite, Bob. Bob was my favorite Animal Crossing villager. I saw Bob back in the OG Animal Crossing, and I was like, you're my dude, Bob. Hell yeah, you're my dude. You're great. And that has never changed. That has never changed. Even as the personalities have kind of like mellowed out a lot. A lot of Animal Crossing Like, I think there's some people that exaggerate, like, yeah, Animal Crossing villagers used to be like mean, and now they're all rounded off and soft. But like a lot of, I mean, there has kind of been like a general kind of like homogenation of like a lot of the personality types. They did used to be a little snarkier, a little kind of more individual, but there's also like one villager of like a certain, like a couple of villagers of a certain type, and now there's like we have to have a lazy villager. All right, this one's a parrot. Who gives a shit? Yeah, exactly, Aslan, exactly. Where it's like, it is kind of a shame, really, which is the funny thing because that means the Rayman thing is even less of a deal because he's not that much different, other than being like a cat boy with heterochromia that people would put in maid dresses. So whatever. Lobo OTP. I'm not surprised you're shipping in there. Hey, I did who did I marry when I played Awakening? I married Anna, I think, and that did get me Gale Force. So that was pretty nice. It's like I was like that was fun. I thought she was cute as well. I also shipped Tharger with Long Q. Long Q? Mostly not for any gameplay reason. I just thought the best idea was to take the man who was pathologically scared of women and pair him up with a woman who is just like a frightening example of a woman. Like Tharger's cute, but like Tharger is an acquired taste of cute. If you are somebody who is petrified of women, uh trying to romance Tharja is like being thrown into the fucking deep end. Like I don't disagree that Tharja's very cute though. I just thought it would be funnier at the time. I'd be like, no, Long Q, my dude. I'm sorry, you're gonna have to fuck her. And he's like, what are you talking about? She's scary. Like, yeah, no, that's the point. Do it. That male Robin is a can Robin. I ran male Robin. I guess I generally run male characters when I play video games with like character customization options. I don't know if that makes me boring or not. I don't know. Yeah. If the game has a dating sim element and is filled with cute girls, I want to. I want to wear the skin of a male pro tag and kiss her on the lips. That's just my prerogative, I guess. Oh yeah, that one night he wasn't he like a gigantic dude that like people just kind of forgot he was there a lot? Wasn't that kind of his thing? Something like that. Crumb and Robin OTP. Could you get them? No, because I don't think you could do that. I mean, outside of like dojins and stuff like that. I just don't think in the game you could. I also do find it funny a lot of stories where like Crom in Awakening has a set marriage timer. Oh, you could ship them in there. Okay, hell yeah, nice. Oh no, you're saying Robin as in like female Robin for that. Okay, I thought for some reason in my mind Robin is mentally a dude, so I was just like, are you playing Yaoi Fire Emblem? Um, But I was always amused by the stories because, like, okay, Crom has to be married by a certain part because, spoilers that you all know, Lucina needs to be born. She has to get born, so she has to have a wife to give birth in the future. So sometimes, if like he's romancing somebody and he's pretty high, and he's not quite there, the game will be like, all right, we're just gonna seal that off. The romance be happening now. Congratulations. Which can sometimes means he might cuck you, which is very silly. But from what I understand, if you are fucking Fem Robin, and that fucking countdown goes off, there's a non-zero possibility that Crom might be like, "All right, you're my wife now," and you're like, "Wait, what? No, 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 no. What? Nande? Like, yep, you're my wife." Like, no, no, Crom. I was gonna marry. What was that? What was that one dude with like the? He was kind of like a paladin guy. I don't think I was directly listening. Was I listening to Hardstyle? No, I don't think this is directly Hardstyle, but I can link what we're listening to right now. Get yourself a copy. There we go. There you go. I think I do have Toho Hardstyle somewhere on this playlist. Maybe we already played it and I just not paid attention. Like I said, I keep the music on in the background, but on my level, I keep it like barely audible. Like just enough noise that I can hear myself, like I can hear something going on in the background, but also not enough to distract me from the painting. This marries a faceless, nameless woman. I swear I've heard people also show that like he would romance Robin by with that trigger as well. Maybe maybe that was like edits, and I got bamboozled. Maybe I got bamboozled by that. I don't know, but like if I, Cordelia the flying like Pegasus Knight lady? Because I think that's who I shipped him with. Because I feel like that felt kind of natural. I'm like, yeah, you two got chemistry going on. We'll make that happen. Fire Emblem. I played Awakening, which I generally liked. I played a little bit of Fates, and I don't know, I just couldn't get into Fates. I picked the Norse side, I guess, because I thought that I liked the cast better. And then no, listen, stalker romances can be cute if you do it right. And she's like pretty like not that scary in terms of stalker romances. That's not that big of a deal. There's way more intense stalker romances. But yeah, I didn't get super far, and I still do have wait, how's your back work, my dude? So currently his hair is going to be the same color of his jacket, but I'm also going to like dry brush just a little bit with a gray later. From what I said, the Nord one is very good in terms of like raw gameplay, and I was having fun with that with the gameplay. I just didn't. I think I just stopped arbitrarily after a while. And just don't remember the exact reason why. I need a even. I have the thinnest brush? No, there's I have to get the thinnest brush because I need to get his mustache at some point. I have to get his fucking mustache in order to make sure he kind of cuts a dashing figure. I don't I don't think I didn't play Echoes. No, wait. Echoes are in okay, I forgot which one Echoes is. I don't even think I touched that one, but yeah. And then Engage, I'm aware, is like Fire Emblem the fan service game, which like I haven't played a lot of them. A long time ago I did try the like back when it was a big deal when Fire Emblem came out. I ended up playing the one that Roy was from, the Game Boy Advance one with the green-haired chick whose name escapes me at the moment. But I'm sure you guys know what I'm talking about. Lynn, thank you. Yes, where Lynn was in there. And I think I just was not prepared and I got my shit handed to me. Since after that point though, I started liking like tactical RPGs a lot more. I think every now and then I mention this, I used to be like a really big Nippon Ichi fanboy. I used to really like Nippon Ichi games. Like yeah, like Disgaea and whatnot, but also I really like some of their other games they did, like the like Makai Kingdom. Fuck, super hard. God, I love Makai Kingdom so much. Burning Blade. Yeah, that was the one. I got that because it was like, wow, we finally get Fire Emblem. And I'm like, ooh, I did like Super Smash Bros. Melee. I haven't played Melee in years, though. Every now and then I'll see like Melee videos that talk about like, oh, look like, because like I only played Melee very casually with people near me. So like I never, like we didn't even know wave dashing was a thing growing up because that was just not common knowledge. Is Echoes weird because it's a remake of one of the originals? It's like feels very like the tone is odd because it's like kind of more classic, or did they just like fuck it up? I have no context. I the only fighting game at one point that I would ever argue that I've ever became good at was Soul Calibur 4. I was beastly at Soul Calibur 4 for a while. And other than that, I've kind of like if I say the state of like you're too good for your friends, but you're too much of a scrub for like trying to do like actual like not even tournaments, just like high level online play, that's where I was at, baby. Oh, it's just mechanically weird. Huh. It caused what? Were the older ones like that, or did they just try some like weird ass fucking changes? Because that sounds miserable. Because like the whole thing about mages is that they're fragile as shit. Like, yeah, they do big damage, but like anybody can roll up to them and just fucking end their days unless they're like super specced out. So if they're taking HP to cast spells, you're just making them even more fragile. Such a weird choice. Oh, what? Oh, I guess was it kind of like a Final Fantasy? What's it called? Final Fantasy. Like analyzing where the shirt is. Like Final Fantasy 2, where they tried to do some like real because like sometimes sequels just did weird shit. So they're like, what do we do with this? We'll make this odd. We'll make this real odd. Ambition, I guess, without like having a good grasp of like this is going to be a series someday. Someday this is going to be on the mobile, and people will get a 5-star roll, but also get shit Fire Emblem stats. That is the thing that I always thought that was like really fucked up against about Fire Emblem Heroes. I mean, like yeah, Fire Emblem Heroes, where it's like I understand gotcha economics, where it's like yeah, you gotta have 5 stars, you got chase characters, but the idea of getting a fucking character, like a rare character, and then getting like a bad seed for them, fucking brutal. I'm sure there's probably some way you could like grind your way out of that hell, but like man, it's so fucked up. Let's get your fucking beard, my dude. Angle this right. Oh my god. Little bit of hair going on there. I need to get like a little bit extra stuff like that. And resurrect. Wait, what? There's a world map in huh. That's so weird because that's like kind of opposite of what Fire Emblem is kind of known for. That is very strange. That is very fucking strange. My model gets real weird. It's because I'm trying to like detail this like facial hair situation a little bit. There we go. Going anywhere gotcha games with my luck. I mean that's a good way. Luck regardless of luck, I think for the most part gotcha games are like probably better off not getting into them. I think the weirdest thing is I think like it's not even what I'd call the fairest gotcha, but I find the Mahjong Soul gotcha to be very interesting because it's a gotcha where people don't really engage with the gotcha mechanic a whole lot. Where it's like a lot of them, it's like characters have abilities you really want to get them to like get their story or level up their stuff, but it seems like a lot of people are like, oh yeah, this is just a Mahjong client. Also, I guess you could roll a character if you feel like it, and like sometimes you'll see somebody who's like, oh you have a lot of characters. You've definitely been playing for a while. You're definitely gonna beat my ass. Getting getting that little mustache. I wonder if I could get like a little like goggle thing that I could wear and just like zoom in. Fucking get some like real nice telescoper bits. Oh, we got a little too far on his face. Fuck. That's not the worst. I can touch that up later. At the distance, he's at the very least. Oh, I gotta get them brows too. Okay, that brow turned out pretty good. Oh, this one's okay. He's got a raised brow over here. I'm like, what's your eyebrow doing, my dude? Hey, there we go. Here's beginning to look. I will say, I still got to do like a lot of touch up and bullshit and whatnot, but he's beginning to look more piratey. Like he's actually coming together kind of nicely. Gotcha, that's my soul. I cry every day. Oh, my condolences. My fucking condolences. This is dead revived. Oh, did they actually get like a backup of that? That is nice because like I will say I've never seen anybody like weep for a dead gotcha like fucking Dragalia Lost players. Like they are upset that their game is gone. Like I've seen other gotchas like, oh, I missed that gotcha, whatever. Like I'll see like Dragalia Lost players be like, oh, I was watching because like it's also the same company. It's Psy Games. It's like the Grand Blue company. And they're like, I saw a dragon and Grand Blue, and it looked like a Dragalia one, so I started weeping openly. I'm like, man, got level 0 char and 2 green land cards when playing Fate. No, that's fair. Gotcha games are poison, and avoiding them's not too bad. was a good mobile Diablo. Oh, was it actually like I never played it, so I actually had no idea how the gameplay worked. I didn't know it was like a kind of like action RPG. That does sound kind of nice, especially because Diablo Immortal was like very money heavy. I don't know if they ever fixed that or not, but I also could not give a fuck about actually playing that. Oh, uh-oh. Camera froze. Oh my, it's been a while since camera froze. They did not fix it. Excellent. All right. Oh, all right. Let me give this the good old restart. Hold on. In the process of trying to plug in, like replug in my camera to restart it, I was noticing I was very close to accidentally depressing the power off button, and that would have been funny if I just like, well, time to fix my camera. All right, so I go properties, activate, reactivate. All right, we're back. Yay! Luckily, I know the fix, so it's not that bad in the grand scheme of things, but like, it's still very annoying. All right, you, Tits McGee, what are we doing? What giblets? What are we doing for your setup? What are we doing? All right. I got to figure out. First of all, let's get a little bit of red in her mouth. Let's put some red in her mouth, just because she's gonna have like a little she's gonna have like a red interior. I'm gonna use a little bit of burnt red and just kind of stick it in there. It's like I'm noticing okay, so there's like a lot of like things where the colors are getting around, but there's always these like little kind of connect. I had to figure out what the fuck I want to do. It's like got like a funky belt thing that I might just make like gold or something like that. But actually played a game because he ended up in a matchmaking tier that only had him in it. On one hand, that sounds aggravating, but I also imagine if you're like a Giga Whale, I wonder if that's like a point of pride. You're like, hey everybody, hey, fucking plebeians. Oh, get on my level. Please get on my level. I'm so lonely here. I mean, yeah, check it out. Wow. Exclusive club. Whoa. We're putting red paint in her mouth. So kind of also the nice thing about 3D printing is like you can get like a pretty that fucked up. Well, she ate the tomato sauce. Okay, it's we can fix that. That's not too big of a deal. I could go ahead and just fuck with the eyes at this point as well, and then do that. So he has fence. Oh, okay. That's very odd. I guess technically that could also be like one of those things where like if you are a streamer on something like that, you could wail extra hard because then you could use that to like. Sometimes you can get that feedback loop where like if you're a streamer and you're into gacha games, and I would never do this, but I've seen some people do it where it's like you play gacha game, everybody's like, I want to see you gacha, and then they'll give you money to be like gotcha, and then you roll it, and then it feeds the addiction like that. What's a pretty sweet deal. I guess I'm technically doing this with models where all of your nice people money go into model stuff. So maybe I should not be throwing stones in this mighty fine glass house of mine. All right, her mouth is mostly cleaned up. We'll have to clean it up a little bit later. What do I want to do for your eyes? Findom, but you spit. That has to exist. I'm sure gotcha Findom. Hold on. They kept gambling in front of me. So some people like that, though. Some people actually give more if they see their streamer gambling, which is, I don't understand it, honestly. I should get an incognito. You know, fuck it. I'm going to use my computer. Who gives a shit? Gotcha. Findom. There we go. Okay. There we go. I found someone on Twitter. Yup, those are definitely. Oh my god, this is a fucking Genshin Impact Findom gotcha count. Oh god, here we go. I don't want to reveal this person's name, but so you stumble across some sexy Twitter page. Findom gotcha, you think? Wishing contest? Such words are confusing for your lonely brain cell, Good thing mommy's here to Oh god. Oh no, she's retweeting other Findom people. Oh god, wallet killer using fucking 3D somebody's using goddamn fucking like AI art to make a bunch of stuff. Keep on drooling in my gamer girl DMs while we drain you for skins. Oh, they're working in groups. They working in groups. Oh. Oh my god, I'm losing my shit. I can't show any of this, by the way, because it's like it's all fucking not safe for work. You know what? I'll post a link. I'll post a link because like if you're going to do this kind of thing, like honestly, apparently she's getting the fucking gotcha money. She's apparently getting paid, so I guess it's working for her. But I think, and they do. They're like wolves. They hunt in packs. There we go. That's the one I found. That's the one I found by Googling gotcha Findom. So I have to say, her SEO is fucking on point. She's got that shit down. Oh, dear Lord. Oh my God. Yeah, no. So apparently there's just like wallet killer, 2D FD yandere princess lovesick. Oh God. Art is mine. Oh God. Okay. Yep. Some people are buying $20 gift cards. Oh, someone just bought a gift off my wish list worth $1,000. Yeah, okay, so it's working for her too. Fuck. The thing is, this is all AI art though. So like technically I could do this if I just like took an AI model and be like, it's me, fucking bitch gotcha, gyaru, whatever. Oh no. Oh no, hold on, everybody. Everybody, listen. We're gonna go. I understand that the painting is paused, but we're going on a journey. I have to know. Everyone, I have to know. Warhammer Findom. I have to know. I have to know. Okay, apparently I need to do Warhammer 40k. Okay, Warhammer 40k Findom. Huh. No? Okay, I found it. The subreddit stats for R Findom, Findom and Pig. And there's 40k. 40k is on the list of other visited. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh, this is fun. So yeah, I guess apparently there's no dedicated Findom Warhammer person. No. Yeah, there's none of that. They're like, oh, you disgusting pig. Pathetic. Look at you and your tiny wallet. I bet you won't even buy me a death a death corpse of Krieg Forge World army. I bet you won't buy me the fucking Forge World Corn Dragon, you fucking shrimp wallet. There we go. Man. I don't know what they say. I'm combining words that I think they would say. Yeah. Look at this pathetic spender. Won't even buy me a manta. No, I could. The thing is, I don't even know if I could do that as a joke. I don't even think I could do it as a joke because I'd be like, man, this feels bad. This feels bad, man. I'm surprised that nobody is doing that though. Like I feel that's like a niche that somebody could fill. Or if they're doing that, they're keeping that shit behind closed doors. They're not advertising that to the internet. Oh, do you ever see something and then like once again, like you would I think I maybe it's because my brain is broken. And people would be like, oh, that is the that is the like the fall of mankind, the true depths, all is lost. I just kind of file that mentally under the internet is a magical place. I love how magical of a place the internet is. That's so wild. Oh my god, my last pig bought me a whole apocalypse army. Oh my god. Yeah, I guess Games Workshop directly is just like, you will buy that Cadian Battle Force, will you? Like, okay. No, I love shit like this. It's so good. It's so good. Oh, the internet's magical. Oh, the internet's a magical place. Yeah, I should get like the top part of this, the bolt gun too. So yeah, I find because like I'll see stuff like this, and I'll be like, what a strange life these people lead. This is like a whole community. Somewhere out there, there is legitimately somebody like they're waking up. They are getting their morning coffee. And they're like, oh boy, I can't wait to spend um an additional like I can't wait to spend $500 on my Genshin Impact Gotcha Sugar Baby, because there's a new banner, and I really want her to get the character she wants, so that maybe every time she plays that character, she thinks of me. Oh, and the real fucked up thing too is because if other ones are donating to her as well, you don't know who's going to give her the character. All that's just going into the Genshin bucket. She doesn't know whose money. Or maybe they track that better. They're like, all right, this $50 is from, I don't know, Fortnite Lover 7, and we're gonna roll what he's got. The corporation. I guess that's a weird. Yeah, I guess that aspect of the internet hasn't died off, which is kind of odd because like especially with the AI stuff, anybody in theory, and if you're like, guys, I don't know if I have like I don't like you're like if you want your fully like blinged out Warhammer 40K army, just all you have to do is just go down to fucking like Mid Journey and make yourself an anime body. Make yourself an anime body. Go ahead and just start. I then again like so this is the stuff that fascinates me. All right, let's extrapolate further. So like just because somebody is like, I am the Findom lady, you will give me money. There has to be like Findom competition, right? Like, if two girls want to step on your wallet, like, how do you choose? So, like, there has to be like a whole ecosystem where they're like, oh, I guess I gotta step up my degradation game. Clearly, it's not getting the fucking wallet pigs like it used to. They're all going, or like one of them would just have like a commissioned, like one Twitter profile pic of just I don't know some just like Fiverr anime art, and then the new meta in town is like somebody rolls up with a whole bunch of AI generated art, and they're like, "Oh man, I'm gonna have to switch to that now. The meta has changed." Like that's like a whole thing. I have to assume, like there has to be like a weird competitive thing. Just yeah, we're just slowly crawling our way back to RuneScape GFs. We really are. I guess people do get laid for dumb things all the time. Yeah, mocap suits. Oh yeah. Oh, that's true. I guess. I mean, VR chat's kind of like that already, where you like there's like a type of VR chat model. Like there's like a certain nose. It's weird saying there's a certain nose you'd recognize. It's kind of like a slightly more realistic nose with like a little bit of blush on it. That was ripped from like it was originally a Miku template that was ripped from like a very popular Miku Miku dance model, without the author's permission, and then since then has been used as the template basis for a metric fuckload of VR chat models. I guess probably a lot of them do probably like, all right, use simp money, buy mocap suit, use mocap suit in order to better articulate Findom routine. Use better articulated Findom routine to get more money. I guess it does kind of turn into like I don't even know if that's the final meta. I feel like that's probably like not even that out of the ordinary at this point. God, the internet's a wild. I love the internet. I love the internet so much, guys. I love the internet so much. It's so good. It's so good. Like, and this is like when normies stay on like Twitter drama and they're arguing about like, I don't know, they're going into like politicians' tweets and going like, you killed babies. Like, it doesn't matter what political alignment. Just assume they're going to politicians' tweets and going like accusing them of being awful creatures. Why would you do that when you can have some real fun with this part of like drama obsessed normies will never know the true delights of the internet. Yes, with my final money, I will revert to gas. I no longer need a form. A form is no longer required for the sustenance I crave. Oh, the whimsy. Oh, it's so good. Let's get these little... During this, I was just like, I just need something that like my hands can just go without my brain connecting that. There we go. Let's just get these little Minotaur bits. Excellent on this guy. These guys are actually going pretty well for like a squad. Like, it's like I'll eventually like metal, dry brush, fix the metal again, probably silver chest, silver buckle, silver knee, get some red on there. Although will never love him is wrong. I refuse to be right. The thing is though, like, Ted Cruz is never gonna see that. Like, I have to imagine people are telling that directly to Ted Cruz at every waking hour of every waking day. And I also have to imagine a lot of those people are boomer enough, like, that they're just not going to look at their Twitter comments. They probably make a post and then they hand the account off to their intern or whatever to go ahead and just, like, sift through the garbage. Like, I have to imagine that. Like, you're not getting, like, I'm not, like, that pipeline of starting shit on Twitter is not going to get you any serotonin. It sounds like it. No, that sounds like hell. Then again, also too, like, maybe it depends. Try to get... Well, I think that's just boomers stumbling upon memes more than anything. That maybe you're right though. I don't know much about the Twitter habits of Ted Cruz, nor do I really care, if I'm gonna be honest, about his Twitter habits. See, I don't know. It depends. I feel like being a Twitter manager for a real caustic, like, online presence individual requires the mental fortitude of looking through messages saying to like end your life and not being affected by that. And I cannot imagine a lot of like new internet people or like Zoomers or like really fucking oh, that's true. A lot of them just don't know about... A lot of people don't know that Twitter likes... So, Twitter likes in general don't necessarily show up on everybody who's following you's dashboard. However, if they are set to For You, they do. So, by the way, if you ever want to, like... if you do not want people to see what porn you're liking on Twitter, separate account or bookmark. You got to do it right. If you hit like, be confident that you would not care if anyone who's following you would know. If anybody you care about their opinion, if you do not care if they would see your like, you're fine. Like on Brave Champion. But if you're like, oh, it'd be real unfortunate if X or Y was to see this thing I like, don't like it. Make a new account. I believe in you. Well, honestly, all my likes are just tutorials. Like, can I be upfront what my likes are? There's a VTuber named Shindigs who does a lot of cool, like, whoa, check out what this VTuber is doing with their UI. And I'm like, oh, sick. And I bookmark that, and I don't get around to reading it ever. But that's what my Twitter likes are. That's what my Twitter likes are. I've never got to actually go to a Shindig stream. I don't know much about him as a person, but I do. I have to say that Shindigs likes Picky, and anyone who's likes Picky is a good individual at heart. If you like Picky Chanel, I trust you to be at least a cultured individual, you know? You'd have normal helpful likes. I do have normal helpful likes, because also, once again, why would you put that on that Twitter? Why would you do that kind of thing on Twitter? Don't do that. Or like, don't do that on a main account anyway. Be smart, everybody. So Shitix, he's a VTuber that kind of does like a lot of like, oh, I've rigged this up so my chat can throw me into space if I yell too loud in like a game, something like that. Be smart, shot that smart. Let people hide their subscription. I guess you could probably stalk some people over YouTube likes. That's one I've never really considered, but I guess that's possible. I guess that's a thing you could do. How do I want to do this gun? How do I want to do this gun? Like metal style. I'm only doing this because like I'm probably gonna go back to the 2, but I still had like a little bit of metallic on my brush, and I'm kind of in the shit. Yeah, that's true. They kind of, I mean, it's a successful method of like that kind of like, because like I will say, the idea of having your stream being like, I wonder what they're going to do this stream when they show up, is very powerful. I'm not necessarily that kind of person, so like a lot of I don't know if I could necessarily do something like that where it's like I've done some weird one-off streams which I think have been fun. But I like having a routine and just doing the things I do. However, that is a thing that you can find success with. It's like, what the fuck is he going to get up to today? Let's find out. Is he going to set his house on fire? I don't know. Hell yeah. I'm controlled paintball gun with that guy and got horrible PTSD. I can see that. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, he did do that. Yeah, fuck. Sure, wiretail there. Oh, okay. So people. Oh, okay. That'd be true. Joke was kind of weird and the. Oh, all right. I got you. So you let them make pancakes and wake later, as he should, Totally. Chat shouldn't make pancakes. Excellent. But yeah, I think it's also what I have been thinking about stuff like that a little bit. So it's like I do kind of want to do maybe more tabletop stuff with chat. I don't know. That's probably the way I can manifest an energy like that in a way that I personally enjoy. That could be fun. I don't know. I'll think about it. I think the walk slammed into his stove hard enough that it didn't break it. From what I understand, he said basically my stove is not broken, but it like cracked like the little thing that the pans rest on. So like while annoying, not like fucking like world ending. Be entertained by the tangents it goes on. I mean that is a very good thing. I think to a certain extent too, like there does reach a point where like VTubing is like you come for the person. Which I think a lot of you, like basically everyone here definitely is like actively chatting right now are definitely regular. So I appreciate that you come for me as I paint little funky creatures. So that is a nice little aspect about that. Oh, a little PRT Valentine emote. I hope they're sleeping well because like apparently the insomnia ride never ends. All right, gun. Come for the mouse. I haven't done any mouse content in a while. I have done 0 mouse content. I almost as a joke streamed Backpack Hero at one point, but I'm mostly afraid of Backpack Hero. Not that I think I'd be bad at it. I feel like I'm gonna lose myself to that game in the same way I did with Slay the Spire. I can feel Backpack Hero just eating away like all of my time. All right. So we got metal on a lot of Terminator Squad. I think it'll work. It does seem like one of those games. It's definitely seems like I would get myself addicted to that shit. All right. We go back to Goblin. I feel like Goblin needs. Like I said, she's at the point where it's like I see the colors, and they're hitting in different spots, but by the same token, there's all these like little white areas where it's just not totally there just yet. I also need to figure out like what the fuck do I want to do with that little like press thing, I guess. Seems like one of those games. It really does, yeah. I haven't played Risk of Rain 2 in a hot minute. I could give it a wash, maybe. I don't know. I'm trying to avoid washes a little bit, though. I guess she's a goblin, so she should be a little grungy and scrunkly and whatnot. Also, Steve, have yourself a good night, and oh, hopefully the traffic isn't too bad. Hopefully the traffic clears up and everything is hunky dory. What do I want to mix with like a? All right, so one thing I want to do. Let's get some gold out because I did want to put some gold on these two. Also, hello Ranu, welcome everybody. Also, hello Alchemicon Silver, welcome Raiders, welcome. If you do not know me, I am Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. Ooh, that was Darktide! Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Hello, Biggest Iron. Hello, Alfarius. Welcome. Yeah. How was Darktide? Um, if you do not know me, I'm Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Skaven variety. They messed up fire damage. Oh, that's good old Fat Shark. Hell yeah. So currently what I'm painting today, we've got a couple of things on the docket. I ran a tabletop RPG called Goblin with a fat ass. And I was painting one of the characters from that a little bit. She is still very early on in the process. Very early on. And so we're painting her. The romance that ended up happening, true love did bloom on the in the heist. And we also were working on some what's it called? And we are also working on some Minotaurs, Terminators. Since Ro doesn't take baths, they can't fight. Sprado stinky? Are you have you just been outed as stinky? Stinky confirmed? You missed a big booty goblins. Yeah, I did play that yesterday. I played that yesterday and it was a lot of fun. I will be putting up I want to. The goal tomorrow. I was like, hello, Zolov. Welcome. How you doing? The goal tomorrow is to edit that VOD slightly and try to upload that. Your viewers are slandering me. I mean, that sounds like a thing. The funny thing is that like I have immunity from being called stinky because at one point I had my own partner collab branded Hal scented soap. It's like I feel like if you got soap under your name, I feel like you get like permanent immunity from the stinky. I think you get permanent immunity from that. For Citizen Rebel, I don't think it'll be too bad. I cannot imagine YouTube is gonna balk me for that. I think so anyway. I think so. I don't know. We'll find out, I guess. You are in this pile. There we go. All right, let's get a little bit of gold on some spots on this bad boy. Bad girl and bad boy. Yeah, let's do you because he's got like the little scimitar. Also, apparently the wood, not the wood, the gloves are coming off a little bit. That's fine. I think it'll be fine though. I think it'll be fine. Like nothing too spicy was in there. Nothing was too spicy on that. Yeah, it is a funny combination of minis, but that's also because like I was testing the gold and I gave him very faint eyebrows. Give him some thicker eyebrows. Excellent. It's because like effectively, so for people coming in who did not see it or anyone who wasn't there yesterday, there's a role-playing game by the guy who made Lancer called Goblin with a Fat Ass. And it has like a bunch of randomly generated tables for things and whatnot for like what's the heist going to be. It ended up being a very pirate themed heist altogether. It was very by sheer luck, it ended up being very pirate themed. So over the course of that, the party. I can actually show you guys the party real quick. Hold on, let me get a little bit of gold on this cutlass real quick, and I can pull up the party page if everyone would like to see that. Yeah, it's and I was establishing the truest lore how in the universe of this one shot, pirates are a species. Like pirates are true breeding, and like while you can be a pirate and has that as a job, if you become a pirate for long enough, you just become a pirate. Had me at fat and ass. Yeah, there's literally an ass stat in that game that determines how much chaos happens. The bigger ass you have, the more likely that like you will roll some sixes on your ass roll. And also some abilities trigger off of ass, but also the more dice you roll for that, the more likely you'll trigger the chaos clock, which if that fills up, everything goes to shit and you have to get the fuck out of Dodge, because your heist is entirely collapsed. Like everything is fucked up. Go, so let's do that. Let me see. All right. Yeah, paladins can clinch their ass and ruin the fun. Thieves can steal with their ass. All right, yeah, let me go. Let me pull up the full sheets. There we go. Haha. There we go. So yeah, these were the party members, and if you see giblets, she is the miniature I'm painting. She's one of the miniature I painted. These are all from Twin Goddess Minis, which are very, very nice 3D prints. So yeah, you can see those are like a rough indication of all the stats that are on the sheets. A lot of it's like roll a d6. Do you have a skill or an item that's relevant to this? Get some bonus dice. Is there an issue with it? Like, are you having some trouble? Yes. You're just gonna roll one less die. It's a cool system. Why is guild too thick? Because the party decided to up her ass level during character creation. Oh yeah, yeah. No, this is the line of where you would get them. Ah, there we go. There's also Gorbo, yeah, the paladin of Goblin Jesus or Jesus. I think there we go. I still have that command up if you'd like to check those out on your own. I am subscribed to their tribe, but I only have the $1 level. Mostly because I dialed back on a lot of the tribe stuff I was supporting because there was too many. There was a while where I was like, I will realistically never pay most of these minis, and I still have it for a lot of them, even in my significantly dialed back state. But there's some like Bestiarum that are like too good to not keep subscribed. Their shit's just too nice. So Dangerous Box, how you doing? Welcome. What Monday? Did I miss? Oh, what's how do I paint rats? I'm so sorry about that. How you doing? How you doing? Thank you for the reminder, so I did not miss that. How you doing? Oh, he's got a little bit of jewelry. Get a little bit of gold in a couple of spots. How you doing, Box? How you doing? Pirate Man is looking man out of 10. This actually is a pretty decent sculpt, though. I'm trying to remember who this is from. It's a here. Let me give me a real quick sec. I will link everybody to Pirate Man. I do not have him like the link for that ready to go. Basically immediately after stream, I was like, I have to find a good pirate model, and there's a lot of good pirate models. Oh, it's Galad minis. There we go. I was like, I need a good pirate model, but one that also has Dilf energy. There's a lot of pirate models on my mini factory, but a lot of them are like skeletons, orcs, like scrunkly little guys, and there wasn't very many of them. Like, this looks like a pirate, but also is a Dilf. Those were not really available when I did my broad search. Oh, he's pulling the pistol out of a holster. Okay, so let me just go ahead and get a little bit of brown on there. There we go. It's been working a lot. Hey, it's all good. It's all good. I understand how work can be. I've been lucky that, like, honestly, between taking a week off and like holiday stuff, I'm the getting over this year has been the roughest kind of thing to deal with. But now I'm kind of in like the not downward spiral. That's the wrong word, but like it's like the hill, climbing the hill is done, and I can just kind of ease my way back down. Got to get like. Yeah, we're definitely very early in the base coding process, so if it's like a lot of lines need to be like cleaned up quite a bit, so do not worry. This is nowhere near done. I think I'm still making like decent progress for tonight. Like the minis have begun to take a shape that I enjoy. And yeah, that's my TTR. I do want to put some TTRPG stuff over there. I basically need to like hold myself hella accountable to begin uploading some videos. It's like, if you've ever been like, wow, I really liked it when Hal ran Necronica for like a couple of people. Don't worry, I like that too. I have the VOD. I've kind of kept forever into like, do I need to like really like dress it up? Do I just need to edit it for length for like whenever somebody's like, I figure kind of like a good minimum would be like whenever somebody's like looking up a rule or like there's like a break or something like that. I feel like that would be a good moment just to be like, okay, I could probably do like a very short time skip and probably like bop ahead a little bit, even if the BGM for like a lot of earlier stuff, because that was back when I still exported VODs with BGMs. So Fox, I will definitely take you up on that sippy offer in a sec. There we go. But I can do that with a goblin with a fat ass. I can start with that. And then work backward to those previous ones. Because also I don't think VTubers and Vampires have ever uploaded that. You don't have to. That's the problem, though. That's the problem. I'm sure they don't need to do that. The thing is, I am not Critical Role big where my own momentum will carry me around. If I want people to see my shit, I'm gonna need to make it easier to see. That is the thing I need to do. That is definitely a thing I need to do. And like, I can edit it to be like. Part of me was like, do I want to edit it into 1 hour chunks? That. Oh god, fucking Amber Alert. Nope. Don't. Ah, ah, ah. There we go. That's never happened before. Huh. But yeah. It's like maybe because like I know a lot of. I actually have never seen like a full Critical Role episode, and like part of me, I'm spitting everywhere for some reason. I think it's just because I drank. Um, Part of me is curious because like I've always wanted to see just kind of like what their setup is like, and like really kind of like figure out what spicy magic, because they definitely have some spicy magic going on, and some of that might just because like yeah, they're voice actors, and now they're Critical Role people, so there's kind of like the self-fulfilling prophecy kind of like momentum kind of dealio. But like the fact that everyone was just like 4, 5, 6 hours on it, I'm like, oh, that's a lot. Oh, that's a lot. That's a lot of stuff. So it's like, okay, if I think in general the advice for a lot of things I've heard over the years is like make a thing you would like. Make a thing in a way that you would like yourself. And I'm like, okay, if I wanted to like really distill down a tabletop session, definitely sit down, cut out maybe all of the like little rule looky up bits. If there's ever a moment that does not actively like it's a joke, or the player, like if the players are joking and stuff like that could stay in. But like if somebody's like, how does my ability work? And then I explain the ability. On one end, that might be nice info for the crowd, but also that might just be a lot of like, let me see, look it up, look it up, look it up. Oh, your ability does this. I could probably clip that out. So like a funky little belt buckle there. There we go. So yeah, I still need to do stuff like that. I just need to set. Luckily, maybe because tomorrow too. So I am continuing the what we're gonna in the we're gonna continue to watch along of Lord of the Rings, including we are now the plan is to do the Two Towers. I don't think this version will be the theatrical one. This will be the normal cut because that's just what I have. That's just what I have kicking around. Which should mean in theory I should have more time tomorrow to do like a little bit of editing and stuff like that. In theory, I might also just end up painting tomorrow, which I've been doing a lot of terrain stuff too. Like, are these reflective? Hold on. Let's see if I can show this like this goofy little project I'm working on. I need to make sure this. How shiny? Okay, I don't. I don't think this is Yab shiny. I think this should be fine, but I might kind of like back off to the side a bit. I've been kind of doing a lot of like upcycling stuff for like turning kind of like recycle stuff into terrain. I was like, I got these fucking like Brita filters, which sounds dumb, but it's like I put them on a base, I put some gravel on there, and what I'm gonna do is prime all that black, make both of those metallic, and then do a little bit of dry brushing on the dirt. And I think kind of like in the same way I did with the Halloween decorations. I think that'll eventually kind of smooth out and it'll kind of look like some like kind of like old murky like industrial terrain, which I think will be neat. A lot of times my brain is like, ooh, that's a nice shape, I should save that for later. It's like that's the thing, is like if you're going through the method of terrain building where it's just like it's recycling for nerds, every time you see something that might be a funky shape, you're like, oh, i I could turn that into a thing, which on one hand is not bad. Like anything that can get anyone to like recycle something they would have thrown away, I think is like pretty good. But that also means you're just like, ooh, that's a fun shape. I'm gonna put it in the junk box. Yay, junk box. And then so you have a bunch of stuff with neat shapes in the junk box. And then now you have to do stuff with the junk box, or else it just becomes another weird secondary trash can that never empties. I've been working on that a little bit. All right. Oh, yes. Let's go to her as well. She's got like gold little rings right here. Right here, we're slowly recovering little details of her hair. She's got these like little bits on the back. Yeah, I might try to look at. I don't know. On one hand, I used to like this Pro Acryl, like their metallics a bit, but I've not been. No, I've been finding the like. I don't know, the consistency of it being kind of annoying to work with. Maybe I should try. I keep hearing nothing but good things about AK Interactive Paints, or for the trail. No, that's legitimately, unironically. For my birthday, I was gifted a tub of lychee jelly, and I was like, "Ooh, the tub is a very interesting shape, and all the little jelly packets also are interesting shapes. Like, what if I was to like take the big thing and glue the packets to it and make it look like some sort of like real fucky generator kind of dealio?" And I still got those in my terrain box. I still got those in my terrain box. I need just to sit down and unironically glue a bunch of jelly packs to the fucking terrain. We are on ad break, so let me use this opportunity to take a drink of water. Yay, there we go. I stretch also for, I cannot remember if I stretch for Fox. Let me go ahead and just do that now. There we go. Nice and nice and nice. There we go, there we go, there we go. All right, we be back, we be back. But yeah, the recycling mood is weird, but it's also just kind of goes back to my general brain method of processing the world of like I am filled with a brain that likes the idea of starting a project, and like the serotonin will release when I think about starting a project, and then committing to the project to get it finished up is where because like that's where the actual like project is. That's where the work is, and it's not like I hate that. It's just that I think the way I'm wired is just like that first little like burst of creative energy is very powerful. It's very, very strong and can like really kind of skew how I want to handle things. Which is why like I've had projects where it's like I got something and then by the time I got around to it, because like there was a Kickstarter from what's it called, from Daka Daka store. That was, I think I mentioned before, the Scylla Marines, which was like a cool 3D print set that had like a bunch of bits in it. Also, Nobu Blot, thank you for the follow and welcome to the workshop. How are you doing? How you doing, friendo? I'm painting a goblin creature and some Terminators and this pirate. How are you doing? But yeah, I'll like, I got that and I was like, huh, that's cool. This is a cool, like this is a cool project, and like it might be fun to have like a very small Alpha Legion force, because like I was like Alpha Legion's nice. I think because like I think whenever like every now and then Games Workshop will be like, what Legion are you? From like for like Horus Heresy or whatever, and they'll do that, and then I will be like, all right, I'll take that, and then when I take that quest, it uses Alpha Legion. Oh, looks like a scrungly. Oh, do you have any link that I could? Are they doing like previews, or like how are you? How have you determined the scrungliness of this lad? How did you detect? Oh, let me open that. Let me open that shit. Here. This guy's leg has not been. Oh, I noticed a lot of black paint on there. How you doing? How you do? You for Nobu or Blot? Oh, yep. Okay, yep. That's definitely the symbol of Nurgle in a couple places. So that's definitely going to be a thing. Nobu, I can do that. How you doing, Nobu? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Tell me about the Alpha Legion earlier. Alpha Legion's very cool. They're a cool legion. Let me go back to the Gobbo, but like especially because it's like just a little bit like usually. So basically, what I've been doing for the Terminators, is the same way I've been doing that for my basically all my Minotaurs and like a lot of models I painted together. It's you do Warplock Bronze, Dry Brush Gold, and then do an oil wash. I can show you guys a bigger example real quick. Hold on. I think in general that looks like daemons, and usually daemons kind of cross pollinate between the two. There we go. Let's see a little bit of my. There we go. A little bit of my keyboard. Yeah, for people who have not seen this today, the lad. It's him, the boy. I want to probably maybe do like a little like gold dry brushing to bring a little bit of the shine back. There's some angles where there's some shine, but it definitely kind of brings it back to a more bronze look, which I mean for the Minotaurs is kind of what we're looking for anyway. And then I'm gonna put these little. Eventually, I'm gonna paint these little pew pew lasers and put them in there. So I can, in theory, do that now, but eh. But yeah, based on what I saw, I would almost say that's probably a daemon of some sort. So if that's the case, hey, that'll be cool. More models for both usually. Though I think if it's a up on my front page a couple of times now. Oh fuck yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. It's all good. There's a lot of people that follow me that have no idea about the mini painting process. If you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to let you know about that. But if not, if you're just cool to chill, I appreciate you being here. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. All right. But yeah, so I'm basically kind of long and short. I have like a bunch of these guys I want to eventually. I grabbed the arm instead of the torso. I got these guys I want to eventually get to, but I also want to get these two because these were kind of in memorandum of a tabletop RPG I ran not that long ago. All right, what other stuff do we want to do for her? Oh, let me zoom back in. Days will definitely. We're actually doing pretty good on time. Let's get them eyes. I'm trying to think of what eye color I want. Part of me almost thinks like a yellow would probably be a good look. Extract from curse topic. Hey, in my defense, I am providing a lot of curse topic here. Thank you very much. I am bringing a lot of curse to this. I was the one who looked up Gotcha Findom earlier. I don't think anybody of here was going to fire those neurons until I did that. All right, so we're going to use some golden brown for the eyes as like a base for this. I think I got this golden brown because it was supposed to replace one of my carapace colors for the Tyranids, which I... Well, November might be over, and I did not finish a single Tyranid for Nidvember. I just kept getting lost in the carapace sauce. Like, I would just start like, oh god, this is a pain. Let me move on to another one. Oh god, this is a pain. Let me move on to another one. Oh god, this is a pain. And I did that, so I got a lot of Tyranids painted. By sheer volume of models receiving paint, that kind of happened. But in terms of like, yes, this is a finished Tyranid I can show off. I did not get a single one. Meanwhile, during the collab stream, Pega got 3 done, but she was also slap chopping, so they were worked on. I think I consider that important. Speaking of which, I am talking with Pega. We're gonna try to do another mini painting dual collab dealio. So that might be happening in the future. Probably near future, maybe, if anything. So hell yeah. If you looked at my stream and you're like, you know what, this stream needs more painting at the same time, I got you nerds fucking covered. Okay, the eyes turned out good. I think yellow was the correct choice. Gonna make sure I get into all the like eye recesses. Nice. Oh, Mankind. What project did you start? Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Also got like shoes. Even I guess gold shoes might be fun too. We can give her some gold heels. I think I'm kind of imagining that after the party got the Midas hand, everybody is just like ritzing up all of their shit. Like anything that can be gold is just getting golded. Is it practical to walk around in gold, like solid gold heels? Probably not, but they're goblins. They don't know better. But yeah, Emperor, what be the project you're working on? I'm working on a goblin. A goblin. No, just one goblin. I don't think I'm doing a full goblin army. F infantry with one shot at las rifles. Ooh, sounds like fun. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. Doing for a guard project or just like just kind of some other thing just for fun. Either way, sounds like a good time. I still have those like sludge infantry dudes that I would like to eventually get around to working on some more. Speaking about projects that I have not done, my sludge army is not really much of a thing. Well, I got like a couple of models done for that, and I've been kind of making it so anything I do with my cities, not Cities of Sigmar, my Stormcast will kind of transfer over to that because I'm trying to keep everything like roughly in the same color scheme. So that way's for all these like weird one-off armies I got, I can make them kind of like minis agnostic to work for like other games and stuff like that. They're like I keep forgetting this character is not a bard. It like she's an evil like witch lady that I made into a bard for the session because I was like, oh, this kind of looks like a fancy kind of gown, you know. This feels very gown style. But that little bit of her hair is still got a couple of spots where the hair could use. Oh, this is really her current model right now is boy. This could use a little bit of touch up in a bunch of spots. I can make that happen. At the very least, she started out unpainted today, and then by the end of tonight, she will have colors on her, which I think is that's enough. That's enough for my brain to register. Just like you did it, Hal. Last night, this model was liquid in a tub, and then after that, and then as of today, she is now actually has paint. That's kind of funny how it's just like 3D printing is just literally just like juice sitting around in my house, and then it turns into a model. Project after I finish, I'm going to a tournament. Ooh, fuck yeah, let's go, let's go. Well, hopefully when you enter them in the tournament, best of luck. Best of luck with your tourney stuff. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. God, what was the last official tournament? The last tournament I entered was for Warcry. Scarred self-repair guns and your ray goes. Nice, so this is just kind of just like wrapping up kind of like the final, like little bits of your army, kind of sounds like. Either way, hell fucking yeah. Hell fucking yeah. So goblin. That's fine. All right. It's fine, I say, as I roughly apply to gold. It is not fine. I think this back part's gonna need a little bit of foot TLC anyway. Yeah. Mimic hybrids visualize and keeps the liquid. Oh yeah, I actually don't use resin. Every now and again I just like slough off a bunch of howl goo and I put it in a bottle and I just 3D print with that. I mean, you don't know that I don't do that. Also, Mitch 5620, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the workshop. How you doing? How you doing? Let's see. For front head on we'll move the army for it. Oh hell yeah, nice. All right. Guess I should. What color do I want to do? Because it's like trying to figure out what this color might be. I'm actually like legitimately baffled what the thing on her is supposed to be as far as details go. Let's see. I will say the nice thing about my mini factories, I can like just look up the model and see if any. Okay. So she's got like a little skull and like two little giblets, like little things, I guess. I don't know, little gems on her hips. And she's got those little circles are also oh my god, they're so tiny. Oh my god, these are so tiny. So actually this might not be a bad idea. I'm just gonna save a picture of this model that I can put on screen so I can just keep it around for like little detail comparison. It is the final render is so small. I'm like comparing that. I'm like, that's what that thing is? Okay. So she's got like a little feather thing right here. That's what this little bit. I'll probably have to go back and touch up a lot of that. That's fine. That's just how the process goes. All right. Got this up here. Excellent. All right. Got purple dress. We got the little floof. I'm thinking for the floof, I think we go neutral gray. I think we do a neutral gray on the floof with the idea of maybe making that like a kind of like white. Kind of like a fur. Yeah, we're just doing like a little tiny fur pattern. And then we make the skull and like the little gems and the little hip things. We'll make those all gold just to kind of keep the consistent gold patterning. Okay. We now have a plan. And me with the plan is the most dangerous thing of all. No, that's not true. Plans are what I have the most of. It's usually time and energy that, like, if you wanted to know what how without limiters would be like what would be the most powerful version of me, it would be one where I have more time, where I do have the time to realize a lot of ideas I want to do. Like if there ever comes a time where I do not work for the guild no more, I am going to become very powerful, or I'm going to self-destruct in a glorious, neat explosion. There will be no in between. There'll be no in between. All right. Let that dry a wee bit before I paint on anything else, because I don't want to get that too fucked up. Okay. Like a couple of angles I can hit at the very least, just to keep working on her while we're working on her. Let's tackle that. Okay. Green. I was using. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I've been like, when I'm looking for paints, I feel like I gotta do something with my hands. So sometimes like the automatic, just like how's finger dancing now? Why? He's looking for a paint. Does Hal have a paint organizer that he could use to organize the paint? Yes. All of the paints have migrated from one side of my desk to the other. Really, that's why I don't use Games Workshop. Hold on. I have like a G-Dubs paint holder, and I don't use a lot of the G-Dubs paints as much when I'm painting. I probably just need to fire up my 3D printer, my other 3D printer. I have an FDM one that I've used. I've really only used it for terrain and for paint holders. Yeah, if I double up on these, and okay. I'm due for a reorganizing. Winter clinging is going to be, assuming I don't get my shit locked up with like some like real-time draining game in my free time. Which is once again why I'm currently avoiding Backpack Hero. I feel like I'm gonna falter on it. Eventually, I think I'm gonna go Backpack Hero. Yeah, you seem fun, and then I'm gonna be like, I have to maximize backpack space, as everywhere around me is definitely not maximized for it. Term Avid, I don't recognize that name. Oh, this is like Bulgaria. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty cool. I will say immediately the picture that they came up with on Google is very seems pretty legit. Hello, Pega. Welcome. How you doing? Uh, she actually does not have that much of a dumper. Funnily enough, she's actually like, her ass is not too wild. How you doing, Pega? I'm working very slowly on this goblin. I do have some other. Hold on. I got some other minis from the same company on my desk. Where is an ass? Oh fuck, she's got a skirt on. Fuck, god damn it. I actually realizing that a lot of these fat ass goblins do not have like a big ass in the model. They do have one in my heart. How you doing, Becca? How you doing? All right, so I also got these other two from the same company. You'll recognize this one as Goblin. I have her model. I've had that model for a while. Wait, I need to clean up the flash a lot and then prime it. And then yeah, no, it's basically it's wrapped up tight. It's like the fucking like broccoli muscles where he puts on the weights to kind of hold himself like to build up resistance. Eventually, if they remove their pants, the ass will expand. Then we got this. Okay, this is the level 1 goblin figure. She's got a spear. She's got big ears. She got a pretty good butt. We got like pretty reasonably sized donk proportional to the rest of the body. That's a good goblin donk. How you doing, Becca? How you doing? I'm working on her, this pirate. Both of these were characters in the Goblin with the Fat Ass RPG I ran. And then, everybody's favorite fat ass goblin, Terminators, belonging to the Minotaurs chapter. Yay! Fat ass Terminators! Yay! No, they have also flat of ass. That was always the funny thing about looking at my Nurgle models. I'd be like, this guy is like the biggest pile of like lumpy tit flesh you've ever seen. And then you like look at his backside, the flattest ass, like no ass. Nothing there. Yeah, not enough. I don't know where you would get specific, like, hold on. If we look through, let me see. If we go minis, if we go to the Twin Goddess miniatures, which one? Oh, because like okay, I think I know. I think I know. All right. I still think the one that has the most ass, if we go by the character sheets, probably Gil's actual model is very big of hip. There's a lot of hip there, and so I have to imagine there's a accompanying ass to it. There we go. I had to check my notes to make sure it was accurate. Where's my... Ha! There we go. I have to make sure I can switch that. Yeah, Giblet's at an ass stat of 5, which is not the most. If you roll a 6 and increase it by 1, you can have an ass stat that's equivalent scores. Is oh no? Oh, there we go. Oh, that was a good pop. I mean, her ass is way above average. The game just gives you the option to go even further beyond. Row fight to power on that ass. Let's see. Get a little bit on there. I am... Unfortunately, the thing with these models is they're very, very small. So I'm like having to like lean in, but I can't lean in too close. That is one advantage that I guess it's probably more of like a handicap on my side. For it, tis if I were a regular 3D flesh painter on twitch.tv, I could lean in super close and then you could all see like my head, and then that wouldn't be a big deal. Alas, I cannot. I must preserve the sanctity of my anime. I cannot let you see the human head disguise. Hi, Flaming. How you doing? I'm doing good. We're painting a goblin. I'm painting some goblins. I'm painting some Terminators. Where's... And altogether, things are going pretty good. She is also, yes, that guy, Phil. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to Workshop. Is that you, that guy, Phil? The one I've heard so much about? I don't know why I phrased it like that. I definitely like overemphasized a lot of words. How you doing, Phil? Welcome, welcome, welcome. If you do not know me, I am Howernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of Goblins Game Ready. I am slowly applying base coats to this goblin. I'm gonna have to do a lot of up close touch ups because I definitely see a lot of areas that do need touched up quite a bit. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah, working on this goblin lady, working on this pirate man. What do you... He's got like a couple of white lines in some spots, but I think overall he is much farther along in the painting. Why are we judging asses? Oh, because yesterday I ran a game called Goblin with a Fat Ass, and Pega was like, I must see a fat ass goblin model. And it turns out the one I'm painting is not that thick of ass. Oh, what warrior figure did he paint? I also have been working a little bit these Minotaur Terminators. It's been going relatively good. They were not sort of the focus of tonight, necessarily. Even though I put them first in the name. Okay, let's work a little bit more on it. I could do a little bit more Minotaur as a treat to myself. There we go. And shrink her while we're doing that. Especially because, like, for the most part, this guy is just like, as far as what I'm doing with them, it's just like metallics. Metallics, then I could like getting all of them with a full dry brush would be pretty baller. That would be nice. I really must hobby. You must. You have to. You must. Try to do like a power grab, but more like I'm just like, I don't know. I don't know what this expression is. I don't know what's going on there. Assume that is an expression of you should paint some models, nerd. That's generally the way to go. But yeah, he's got like a little charm off to deal with. But yeah, I will say, like, I think once I dry brush, these guys are not going to be that long to do. And the big boy is, I guess I could also work on the lasers as well tonight, but I don't think I'm going. I don't think I'm going to work on the dreadnought lasers. That's not. I don't know. I'm also because like I want to try to do. I don't want to do like a full OSL like object source lighting, like a super fancy glow effects, but I want there to be something when I apply the laser blast to the Dreadnought's autocannon, you know? I want something to be there. I barely paint, get shamed to paint more. I mean, don't feel shame about it. I'm mostly just teasing. I'm mostly just teasing. So like, don't feel too bad about it. Also, hello, Bad Apple. Welcome, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? I mean, at the end of the day, it's just really about practice. If you're like, I don't like my style. Like, I don't know. You could practice it. Oh, isn't bad. Okay, okay. That changes the meaning of the sentence a lot. Do not worry. Hell yeah, hell yeah, hell yeah. There's a lot of reasons where like sometimes you're not feeling like painting the most, so it's all good. I just like poking people because I know a lot of people got like little they got. I feel like if I took a shot in the dark and been like, okay, everybody, go to your closet and pull out one box of Warhammer. I feel like if I say that as a blanket statement, I would probably get like a pretty good amount of you. I feel like a lot of you would be like, how did he know? How did he know it's there? Oh, is it like is it just like very time intensive? That could do that, yeah. Oh my minute. Well then, are we fucking special now, Aslan? Are we just grand? I'm just giving you shit. No, it's all good. I do not have all of my minis painted or built. I've been doing pretty good on the building property front. That's what I meant to say for some reason. I've been doing pretty good on that. Like I've been slowly mashing out a lot of these I've been mashing out a lot of these Minotaurs, which is means the Leviathan box is getting fully all built out, which is good because they weren't. And I was like, I did not think I was going to do that. Everyone, their mother started running Blood Angels and look at their color scheme. Oh no. Well, the thing is, I mean, also the thing is, a lot of Games Workshop tutorials are like, step one, spray your entire army one color, which I think I will say that does have a very nice dual benefit. If your entire army is sprayed one color, even if you absolutely do nothing else, that's one further step collectively of being away from like a standard gray tide. It does suck that they shamed you for spraying your army gold. I guess now you could just be like, finally, my time has come, and return to gold. Return to Blood Angels. Or start Blood Angels. I don't know if you were initially starting Blood Angels or you just wanted Gold Marines. The appeal of a bunch of Marines but gold is definitely strong, says me painting. I guess mine's more of like a dirty bronzy gold, like it's a worn out kind of tarnished gold. So I think I saw some diagrams where a lot of these like little tube bits also just get straight up painted the same color as the armor, and a top hat because it was called. Ooh, that sounds like fun. I have like oh god, do I have like one dreadnought? I have like an old school style box knot that I was going to paint to match the colors of like a friend's thing. Like a friend of mine has like a ideal dreadnought for her like layout, and I was like, oh yeah, I found this little guy in a in the used mini section. I'm gonna do that one of these days, and he is still sitting there. So I wish he had the cannon, the monocle, and whatnot. All right, you have various metals in the various metals bits. Excellent, buddy. Let's use the Monopoly set. I know you're probably memeing, but honestly, there probably is like a couple people running models out there that have like little kit bash stuff from like old board games and whatnot. Which is just kind of funny now when you like now when I look at a board game for like especially aimed at like my demographic, so many of them are just actually kick. I figured as much, but I think I still held the spark of hope because I hope deep down in my little elfin heart that there would be some fucking like just like a somewhere just like an Imperial Guardsman just wearing the thimble. Just straight up, he's just got the thimble on his head. That's what that thimble is. Oh, this guy's got a power sword. I'm gonna paint it metal for now, but I think later I want to try to also get like I've done one power sword in the past. It was jank. It was rough. It was rough, but like based on my skills at the time, I felt like I did like pretty aight. So I wanna give it another go. I wanna rock the true power sword. Get in there as well. Maybe I won't dry brush these guys. That see what time. How much time we got? Okay, we got an okay chunk of time. I think the thing that I would get the most immediate benefit out of tonight is if I get the metal on all these guys' like guns and whatnot. I think if I did that, that would mean that like if I was just to kind of show them off, they would look to be in like a pretty good state, like a pretty good state. I could be like, yeah, look how far I got with them, and then later I could dry brush, and then I could reapply metals, um, do basing for them. So, on YouTube said I feel so I don't know, I feel conflicted on non-metallic metal. I understand it as a skill. It's very intensive, and sometimes some non-metallic metal models can look good. Overall, though, I don't know. I find a lot of times the way people do non-metallic metal just does not vibe with the kind of style I like. Which I also have to wonder if like the model has like at that point has like one golden angle where the non-metallic metal looks good, and then from every other angle you're like, what the fuck is going on? Like I think I've seen pictures before of people doing something similar with Gundams, where they pick like one very specific angle and just make it look like cell shaded. The skill behind that is ludicrous. But I also wonder what that Gundam looks like from like any other angle. I bet it looks like real fucking jank. Also, oh god, yeah, this guy's gun is just fucked too. I was a good boy and drilled my barrels, but I fucked up on the captain's barrel. Out of everyone's barrels, I fucked up on the captain's. So he's got like a kind of scuffed, just a scuffed combi bolter. I think this is a combi bolter. I think this could be a storm bolter. Combi bolters are a combi weapon and a yeah. No, this might just be. All right, maybe what? Actually, hold on. It's like, are these all compatible? Like, if I was to, if I cut out the joints, I could maybe just fit like. Oh no, all my holes are that hole's also a little fucky, man. I might have to tweak some of the drill holes later. Because some of them I thought I got like no, they're all pretty jacked. Fuck. What I need to get, what I need to get, which it might be too late for these guys. If these guys have jack fucking holes, that's fine. That's whatever. Um, I saw these like little tiny hand drills. Like I have like a little like one that I have to like manually screw. I have to like go like. Honestly, if you did like a fucking like I say old sport like good old boys Slaneshi David Prince, that'd be fucking rad. Do it, do it, do it. But I think it's because like every time I have to do any sort of drilling with like the little turn crank. Oh, I see. How you doing? How you doing? Yeah. New child dropping soon. How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? I'm painting a combination of a goblin lady, some Terminators, and a pirate. Oh, what an eclectic mix I have tonight. Seriously, any of these barrels, like, okay, this set's good. This set's good. This set a little jank. I don't know. Whatever. Settle for pretty good and not perfect. I'll live with that. How you doing, Icy? How you doing? I've been having myself a grand old time doing this nonsense. And it's oh god, okay, so also too, oh yeah. I was like, I feel like I was supposed to print something after stream tonight, and I was like, oh yeah, the Neurothictor. The Neurothictor pose, I think we were talking about at the beginning of stream. I need to do that. So I can't start college this summer. Oh god, that fucking sucks. That fucking sucks. I mean, that sounds like typical like student loan nonsense, but like, goddamn, does that blow my dude? Definitely hang in there. Definitely hang in there till then. Hopefully, eventually, like that kind of thing will either get sorted out or like I don't know. Hopefully, it gets sorted out. That's the real answer I was looking for. I believe. Hopefully, they'll stop like jerking you around with that. Summer's. I guess summer is like a not great wait, but at least it's not like a whole year. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I don't. I can't. I I remember you were having some other. No, that's not too bad. Get my loan soon so I can snag the computer. Yo, let's go. I will say, getting. Computer upgrades are always fun. Computer upgrades are always fun. I'm sure, like you said, I'm sure you're just gonna primarily use it for like work and stuff. But like, yeah, you can use the work computer for some fun shit too. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Nice. Well, I'm glad that's kicking through at the very least. Glad that's kicking through. Or else with Wholesome, he would have molded them in place. Yeah, but like, I think that might just be a TG impulse that still lives in my brain of like drill your barrels. I'm like, okay, and then I fuck it up. Which I mean, I guess it's one of those things too that like the impulse to drill the barrels is still like a good impulse. Like even if some of these turn out shit, eventually drilled barrels does look probably better overall. Instead of just like two like little painted black circles on there. Beauty Blender and FL Studio. Ooh, fuck yeah, let's go. I think out of all those, like, I've worked on Unity a long time ago. I remember there was like a part-time summer job I applied for because I was the only one who was like computer savvy. There was a college professor dude that was like, I would like you to help me develop an augmented reality book. Like effectively it'd be like a book where there was like a bunch of like kind of like extra games in it and like little kind of like 3D pop-up segments and stuff like that. And the funny thing is she'd be like, "Well, how? Why didn't the professor like hire his own students because they were morons?" He specifically was like looking outside of it of the students he was teaching for like I cannot trust my own students on these projects. I need to hire someone, and like it was not a lot of money, but I did not have a lot of money, so I was like, hell yeah, I'll help with that. I also remember one of my test project was a fun little thing called 3D Skeleton Island. The plot of 3D Skeleton Island. I think I made one called 3D Skeleton Island. I'm hoping I didn't misremember this because I swear in my memory I made 3D Skeleton Island where you were a skeleton that did not have any animation, and there's a big skeleton, and you just kind of moved around the generic Unity, a generic Unity kind of just like baby's first. I made terrain in Unity. That was kind of what the floor was like. The fish you catch talk to you. Oh, I mean, that sounds like a pretty fun base. That sounds like a pretty fun base to work with. Oh yeah. Let's go you, buddy. Got all my college years. Yeah. There was a and yeah, no, I came out of college woefully unprepared, and then well, eventually I kind of got my shit together a little bit. Little bit. All right. What do we want to do for you, buddy? What do thing we do? Got a couple of spots where there's some like white paint. Could repaint the belt. Could attempt the facial hair stuff, which is not necessarily going to be happening. Easiest thing, if we just wanted to like cruise out into something kind of nice and convenient. How about okay? What's the get the dark gray, like a little bit there. Okay, so we get this little spot between like all the belts and. Okay, your shirt is doing shirtly things in this general direction. We'll get that. Got like a little belt buckle thing that I missed as well. College was an experience. I feel like I talk about college a lot. I don't know. I think that's probably because it was like the last time I was really kind of like mostly like calling me a social butterfly at any point in my life is not correct. But like I've kind of reached to like the old man like not symbiosis, but like I've hit like I got my group of peeps. I got work, got the thing I like to do. So I don't know. Like I don't go on wild adventures that way much these days. Let's see about the face tank this alone. Oh god, hang in there. That face tanking alone sounds like fun. That's that yeah, that's gonna be a fucking blast. Yeah, definitely get you that studying 4090 though. 100%. Definitely get that 4090 for studying. Once again, I'm still once more I live with the realization that I have a 3060 and I mostly play weird claymation jank and whatnot. That is actually pretty good advice. Like you can't, yeah, getting gen eds done at like a community college if you can, because like those are basically the same no matter where you go, really. So if that's an option, I understand sometimes it's not, but that is strong recommendation to do. Strong recommendation to do so. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, okay. So like giving the pants a second layer. I was like, what should do? What should I do? I'm at that point where there's like a lot of different potential little pain points of like things that could get fixed, but like given the pants a little bit extra blue. Actually, I would think I end up liking the color scheme on this guy. I think he came appropriately. I wasn't referencing anything directly. I don't think. I can never fully rule out that like there's a pirate like platonic idea in my head, and then I'd find out what's it called? I would find out that like this is like an exact duplicate of somebody, and I just did not realize it. Yeah, they're not like I. I think it's because like there is a stigma, but it's one of those things like I wonder how much of the stigma is cause specifically like because colleges like big colleges don't want you to go to community college because they understand that community college is cheaper. Um, from what this, oh there we go, hell yeah, hell yeah, okay, so yeah, so okay, so you got it then, you got it. You got the plan. Cause like I did not do that. I did not do that. Cause I remember there was a while where like a couple of people I knew were like, "Hey, we've actually figured out a plot that we could go to college and make money, but it involved a lot of going to a community college for a while." And like I was on the fence of that, and then I was pretty much like told by a lot of people like, "No, that's a dumb idea. You're gonna throw you're gonna waste a bunch of time." I was like, okay, well, I won't do that. I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. But honestly, I don't know. I haven't made contact with these people in years. So maybe it worked out. I don't know. Oh, you got paid to go to college? Jelly. I don't know though. I think of like if I could get paid to go back to college now, would I? I don't probably not. This is from Galad Minis. It is a pirate that represents one of the pirates yesterday from from Goblin with a Fat Ass. He was in love with Giblets, who is here. But this is the I'm realizing this is the state that happens every time I paint a Twin Goddess Minis Goblin. I get to like this point. There's colors. There's all these like little bits I still gotta catch. And then I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of bits I gotta catch. I don't think I progress because I've done this like with two of their goblins before. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try to fight it this time. So the school encouraged me to take out additional loans. Oh, okay. Were you able to like get that flip turnways, or did you just like take a bunch of loans, have a bunch of money because of the loans, and then have to pay that later? Hopefully it's a good scenario. Hopefully it's a best case scenario, Leo. Entirely could probably be paid. Yeah. Oh, okay, that's fine. I mean, like as long as it's working out, don't need to get paid to go to college, but just anything you could do to minimize that. Oh, so you just ended up with still like a bunch of loans, but you weren't like you didn't need to eat ramen like a lot of college students did. Oh, so much ramen. Like I thought that was like a stereotype, and then it's like, yeah, no, I have no monies. I have no monies, and I would like to consume the food. Let me. All right, we got the pants. Look at him. Look at the lad. Look at the lad. What do you thing I can do to like remove some of the lines? All right. So what bits are causing? All right. If I look through the shoulder bit that I think is cloth. All right. Let's try it. Let's tackle that. Let's tackle what we do. Oh, you did. Oh, fuck. You didn't know. Oh. Well then. That's hella fucked up then. Jesus Christ. That is really fucking brutal. Like, yeah, oh yeah, by the way, teehee, we made you super spend on loans. Just had a we here at the college had what you call a little goofums, little goof 'em ups. Okay, she's also got she's got more hair accessories too. I've lots looking for myself for people. Nice. Honestly, yeah, the sooner you get that paid off, the better too. I'm even though I do not work a human job these days, I still have human debts from that era that I'm still paying off. So yeah, anything you can do to get a head start on that will be good in the long run. Okay, there we go. She has a lot of little gold bands and stuff. I mean, I guess that makes sense because she's supposed to be like a villainess and not a bard. But I feel like that's that same level of like ostentatious that still kind of works pretty good. And no, I'm probably gonna have to like maybe pull the sucker like really hella close to my face. I'll just have to remember the hubris of like maybe goblin on stream not best idea question mark. Screwed a friend of mine by. Oh, what the fuck? So they basically just said, "Oh yeah, no, you don't have an associate's degree." Jesus Christ! I didn't know that's a thing you could do. It's just like I understand some colleges like just don't have a like they just stop a program because like yeah, sometimes programs don't work. So okay, so what do you? Okay, so he has a degree, but like, all right, I'm not following necessarily. I'm sure with a little bit of explanation I'll follow though. Fuck. I could get her teeth a little bit. She does have little teeth. I think I'm gonna use stone gray for those. Oh, so he has an associate's degree, but none of the. Oh, god damn, that sounds fucking brutal. What the fuck is up with your school, Dulgessa? Which I'm sure you've been asking yourself the same question, but wow, hot damn. Government said, haha, we need to put. Oh, oh, government. Why do you like this? All right, let's get a little bit. Yeah, this will be good. Well, she's got some teeth. I think that'll be good. All right. Got like. Yeah, if I can make the picture a little bit bigger then, so I can kind of like transfer that over. Okay, so she's got a nice set of chompers. She got like. I also paint her eyebrows black, but I'll probably do that later. God no, my super detailed brush is kind of limp. Like it does not retain the points. Okay, well I'm gonna need to. I'm trying to make this like just thin enough that it'll transfer over, but not too thin, so it'll like leak white into her mouth. I mean, I will say, out of all the things that you could learn in your free time, C++ probably isn't the worst. Like, do you have like a basic foundational knowledge of coding? Like if I say what is a string? What is an integer or a float? Like if I say those terms, like do those mean anything to you? Roughly. Okay, you'll be fine then. Like a lot of coding development stuff is very like friendly for being self-taught. I will also say too, especially with Christmas coming up, keep an eye on Udemy. Or like there's like a bunch of those like websites like Udemy and like Skillshare or whatever. Basically all those places that have like sell like professional-esque tutorials. During big sales, you can grab like one of those for like $10 and that'll be like a full ass course on programming topic. And that might help a little with the self-teaching. Because sometimes like just having a course can kind of guide you through that. Got like a little bit of she's okay. She's got like a nice foundational style. I think I'm seeing like a little bit of red in that upper lip, which is not ideal, but whatever. Oh, it's all good, Flamin'. Take it easy. Have yourself a good night. Since I am a Hagen, I also need to sleep. What time is it? I think I want to hit the full 12 just to say I did. Speak speak our graduation year before his company collapsed and he mispronounced. Your school is a fascinating collection of just very odd fuck ups. That is such a weird way to like fuck up things. Sticking with Discord. I mean that gives you something. I remember when I've done stuff previously, I was like, because like when I was still thought I was gonna have like a human job, I was like, maybe I'll do something with coding. And I went in and I remember just like sitting on the grass, I was reading my little how-to Java book. And then I went to class for the first day. I'm like, oh cool, we're all gonna learn something. And then they're like, raise your hand if you have coding experience. And like 2/3 of the class shot their hand up. I was like, oh no. These fuckers were starting in high school. It's like even having like any experience gives you like some pretty good foundational work that you could use to kind of build off of that. I get the little cocking mechanism. I don't know what you call the little bit on the pistol, the little firing mechanism. There we go. Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like neat and has good money is not a bad set of criteria for a position. That is not a bad way to go about things. Right. I've been painting long enough that some of the, like, I have a wet palette, but some of the paints are still kind of drying up on there. Like, if I add water, they're not. Okay, that one picked up a little bit more. Okay, that one would be a little salvageable. Pain. Pain. I think it's because I think it's just like maybe it's because I've been mostly painting in like bigger scales. Like now that I'm kind of like back to like this might be closer to actually like 28mm. I am woefully out of practice, which is kind of fun though. I think I can make this work. I was like, hello, know me. Welcome everybody. Welcome. How are all you nerds doing? If you do not know me, I am Halbernot the Mimic Elf. I'm a miniature painting VTuber of the Nurgle and Scam variety. Also, hello, Agithia. Welcome everybody. Welcome. Let me see what you're up to. See what you were up to. Oh, how was Honkai Star Rail going? Hell yeah. Currently, what I've been doing today, I've been working on a couple of things. I've been working on these two characters. This is Giblet and this is Ronald. These were from a game called Goblin with a Fat Ass, which is a RPG made by the guy who made Lancer. And I'm also working on some Minotaur Terminators. There we go. Oh yeah, I'm glad RNGesus has blessed you in your many and sundry gotcha rolls. So yeah, we've been working a little bit on the boys. These guys mostly just got 2 medals together, but hey, they're coming together. Lads. All right. Yeah, I'm glad you had a fun stream. Take it easy, everyone here. Actually, I will also probably be rating like I'll probably be rating in like actually probably now if I'm if I'm gonna be honest. Not your fault. No, there's no way you could have saw that coming. But like it is about the time I usually get off as well. So I think I'll go ahead and get that ball rolling. Oh yeah, I do Warhammer miniatures on Wednesdays and Sundays if that's the thing you're into. And the feed that goes to the